Alright, yo yo yo, it's your boy Yoshikidneo, and today we are back in the world of Boridil, and we are playing the adventures in Boridil today. It should be quite the session. The party left off, where'd they leave off? I think it was here. Yeah, here we go, check this out. So the party's chilling in this forest area. When Timar brought back the party from Barovia, he accidentally opened a portal to Barovia that was allowing Strahd to exert his influence onto the material plane until he figured out a way to pull himself through this portal and essentially be able to physically manifest here on the material plane to fight the party for what they did in Barovia. He brought them there for a reason. He wanted to test his strength and stuff. He wanted to fuck around with some people, and they just left without his permission. So granted, he's got to come back and get them. So today, the party will be fighting Strahd and his minions here. The only issue that might arise is the fact that the way Curse to Strahd is written, the campaign should end around 9th to 10th level. Mainly because you fight Strahd, I think, and one other creature in the final battle, but you have these weapons to sort of counteract his strength. The party does not have these weapons, so I've put in place a sort of a plan to make sure that they still get to fight him without training wheels, but once they meet some certain conditions, I'll make it to where Strahd essentially gets banished back to Barovia, or if they're able to surprise me and just outright destroy his ass, then that's all the more better. But we'll see what happens. Should be fun.
Southeast. It's the pink fluffy cotton.
Yeah, I see it.
That's where
Are
they're
y'all going to
from.
the southeast?
We're going to Titania, Cotton Candy Land.
Oh, this place?
Yeah.
Y'all don't want to go there.
Go ahead and draw something on it. Just like.
Here it is.
Oh, I can't delete it.
I can though.
Brady and his ASMR heard that huge gulp.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm over
How does-
here drinking bone broth infused with the blood of my party.
No, and the pus of me.
Disgusting. Is Gerald back? Or even there, I guess I should say. I don't know where that man be. most of the time.
Jonathan!
Kevin, you have made those boils so much worse than they needed to be.
Exactly. I'm not attractive anymore, so I gotta
You
make
could
the
have
most
just
of
had
it.
acne, but instead you made it into like the most awful thing that's ever happened.
I'm worse than a hag.
I wouldn't go that far.
Can I weaponize this? Collects buckets of it.
Maybe I can intimidate somebody with it. I'll squeeze this in your mouth.
Alright,
does-
well, I
how
don't
does
think
my-
Gerald's there. How's your
Does my
mic
mic-
sound? It sounds good.
Yeah. It's okay, because I'm doing something different this week. So like nothing bad's happening. The internet's not gonna drop. Or anything like that. Yeah, literally the internet at the house I was at would just turn off every 30 minutes. So like it was like just cutting out all the time.
That sounds annoying.
Yeah. So when you like messaged me, I'd been working on it like all morning. and then like you messaged me, it's like it's not working. Fuck this, I'm done.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. But at least you got it now, so I guess
Yep.
we'll go ahead and do some recap real fast and then get in the session. We're going to actually start with some retcon just in case. But when we last left our heroes, you guys were starting, or you guys had just finished fighting the Spriggan, a creature that was formerly a dryad at one point in time, but because of the way that it died and the things that were taken away from it, it was corrupted and left to manifest and fester as this evil creature that was formerly a protector of the wood, now sort of a curator of evil. The Spriggan had a festered heart that Opal needed for Snoopy to be able to get his own version of himself, known as Goopy, cute little bugger. And you guys set off, fought the thing, nearly died, but you were able to finally pull it off after some clutch rolls. And Snoopy was able to get Snoopy was able to get the heart of the Spriggan to bring it back to Opal. You guys, of course, bunkered down and took a long rest before setting off on your journey, as you were pretty badly injured. And during the night, Snoopy heard a large army marching from the northeast towards the northwest. They weren't headed towards you guys and where you were camping. They were moving past you. You guys are at the sort of like the edge of the twisted wood. So the fact that Snoopy was able to hear them from so far away definitely shows how many they had in their numbers. The next morning, Snoopy had told you guys about it, and you guys decided to go and let him and Quinn investigate, as Quinn was able to shapeshift into a wolf to make it look a little inconspicuous that there are two creatures just running around. Obviously, this is a forest full of creatures, so good idea. You guys were gone for about 10 almost 15 minutes, and in that time, you had seen Titanian soldiers all spread out through the twisted woods looking for something. The leader of this group was a red-haired woman who had shouted out that they're looking for some sort of ancient golem, and they needed to hurry up and find it as quick as they could. You guys came back with that information to the team right before Vikavor let off a fireball into the air to sort of signal you guys, hey, it's been too long, come back. But luckily you got there just in time, and Vikavor didn't do such a thing. Otherwise, that could have been fun. You guys went back to Lathrius, the city that you've been kind of chilling at for a while, and kind of forced into servitude of after some recent events. Not really forced, but you're trying to make up and be good boys. So you headed straight south and then to the west to try to avoid the Titanians, and it worked, which kind of gives you a triangulation of where they could possibly be right now. But you have other fish to fry. You've got Strahd and this portal that leads to Barovia to deal with. So after getting back to town, you got as much information about these golems as you could. You got Goopy all set up and ready to roll, and you got all your provisions that you needed in order to go and seal this portal that is linking the material plane to Barovia. Once you guys got closer, though, you realized you have no idea how to close this thing. So Quinn was able to talk to an owl and send it to Lathrius to ask Opal if she had any clue. And as you guys were standing there for a little while, you saw this this undead creature hop off of this rock, and an arm had come through the portal, and it helped this other creature come through the portal. And there, in all his glory, is your good friend, Count Strahd. As he came through the portal, he looked around and could see exactly how different this place was compared to the land that he is from. And he put his nose up into the wind and started sniffing, and eventually started to look in the direction that you guys are sitting in. And that is where we will begin our actual session. But first, we're going to retcon to the night before, after killing the Spriggan, because I think some of the party members had some questions for you, Vikavor. So we'll start with you guys kind of huddled around a campfire before you take a long rest. And if I'm mistaken and you guys forgot what you wanted to say, then we can just hop right into the regular session. But go ahead.
Hey, Vicavor. Yeah. So what's the deal with that thing in the back of your head?
You know what? I can't exactly see it. I haven't had a mirror lately, so I've just heard some whispering and stuff.
I just
Would you
look
mind
better than you.
Oh, jeez. Can you actually come here real quick? Can you come look at this thing? I can't even see it completely.
I walk over towards him, to the back of his head. Hey,
It's
he's
a
quite a handsome
mangled.
gentleman.
Yeah, it's a mangled, like fucked up face. Like think of like that inbred dude from what's it called, the Goonies?
Sloth.
Yeah,
Hey,
he's over here talking shit.
I'm gonna like I'm reaching behind my head right now to like feel behind my head.
Okay.
I'm like-
Roll a d20 real fast.
You're gonna get bit.
Oh shit.
Yep. As you're feeling around your head, you feel like a hole, and you're like, "What the fuck?" So you put and hear, and then all of a sudden your finger gets bit, and you're like, "Ow!" And you pull it back. That's my throat hole.
Oh, it looks like he got you. Hey, you're quite the feisty one, aren't you? As I poke his forehead.
He tries to bite you, but obviously he doesn't have a lot of control over the head. But Vicavor, you can feel your head like trying, like to jerk to the left and to the right, and you can hear the snapping noises of his teeth clenching together.
I like raise my hand up and I smack it across the face from behind and say, "Knock that shit off."
Take 1 point of bludgeoning damage as you smack yourself.
Okay. So I guess you
fuck,
can't.
that hurt me.
I guess you can't knock this thing out. Okay.
We're one, you dumbass. You and I are the same, but we're different.
Okay. So
I'm the
if
prettier
you're
one. You just control the body.
Can I send a message to Vicavor?
Sure.
I'm gonna say, can he read your mind?
And then after that was that sent to me? That was sent to like to my mind, right? Basically.
Yeah.
That wasn't out loud. Oh, okay. And then I can't. How do I respond back to that? Do I have to knock it out?
It's just a telepathic, yeah. It's just a telepathic thing. So like Snoopy's done this in the past for you. He's sent message. So when you hear it in your head, and then you just kind of think the words back, and they go straight to Snoopy.
Okay, so I just say that back. Okay. And then after Snoopy said that, I'm just gonna be like, well, let's test this. Hey, you little bitch, can you hear me? Nope.
Doesn't
seems
say
like he can.
I want to send a message to the back of his head, his mind, and say he can read your thoughts.
Oh, I'm well aware.
Can you read his?
No. Should I be able to? I'm gonna have to talk to my manager about this one.
Oh, this is quite interesting.
I'm gonna send another. This is all in message. Hey, Vicavor, do you want him to shut up?
Yes, and also I'd rather he didn't bite me anymore.
I have an idea.
Okay.
It might hurt, but we could sew his mouth shut.
All right. That sounds like a good plan to me.
I don't have
What do we
needle and
need?
thread.
Yeah, I don't have anything else.
Good thing we're going to town in the future and also the past.
While this whole thing is going down, I'm just sitting here just looking at him with my finger on my chin, observing.
We're just
Yeah, because you don't know what we're saying.
yeah.
Well, that's an uncomfortable silence. So anyway, what's your name back of Vikavor's head?
I've honestly never thought that I had a name. I guess I can be, just call me Vic. Yeah, Vic sounds way better than that gay shit Vikavor.
How about we call you?
I don't
got
know
a
if
name.
that's what we're gonna call you. I think
How about
Flower.
How about Dickavor?
That's a good
Dickavor
one, too.
works.
I wonder what happens if I put the back of my head in water. How quickly you would drown.
Drown him? Well, does he? It sounds like he probably is living off of your lungs, so you'd have to drown yourself.
But right now, that doesn't sound like a bad idea.
I mean, you can probably torture him.
But wouldn't that hurt him?
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't know.
We are one. Anything you do to me, you feel too.
We could always tape his mouth shut. But then again, on the bright side, what we could do is, he could be your literal eyes behind your head, right?
You could. So, Vic, you want to work together right now?
Yeah, sure. As
All
I don't
right.
really have options until I take over. I mean, for now, yes.
All right. That doesn't sound fishy at all, but we can work as a team, I guess.
And on one end, of course, this whole thing is all temporary as well. I mean, we do have a demon lord to take care of, right? Once we take care of the demon lord, our curses go away.
True. Vic, what do you want in return right now?
My
For
own
your-
body.
Your own body. Okay.
Wonder if that's
Well-
even possible.
Did you have a body before?
Well, that's the thing. The last thing I remember is being stuck to the back of his head. And I don't remember anything before that, so I have to assume that I possibly had a body. I possibly had everything. And it's been taken away from me, so I apologize if I seem a little agitated. But there,
Okay,
I can
just
definitely feel
remember-
that something's missing.
All right. Well, we can possibly help you get a body if you're willing to work with us.
Sure. That
Okay,
sounds
then it's settled.
reasonable enough.
Okay.
Right.
I sent a message to Victor. I think the first idea is probably the better one, but we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get this little shit to be quiet.
You are never going to go on a stealth mission.
Very true.
Alright, Vic. It's nice to, meet you, given the circumstances. Whenever I want to talk, I have to, walk behind Vikavor to talk to you. It's kind of jarring talking to the back of someone's head. But I feel like I get used to it.
You being a dog, I'm sure you get quite tingly being behind someone and talking.
Well,
Behind a woman, perhaps, yeah.
Vikavor doesn't have a back of a head anymore.
True. And you know what? It feels like even though you guys are talking to the back of my head, I can sense all of you are right there, even if you weren't talking.
That is correct.
Interesting.
Like, you can feel us?
Like I can almost see you, but I can't see you.
Oh.
So I don't think you could surprise me if you walked up behind me and you were silent.
Unless, what if, is it possible for him to stay quiet while someone sneaks up behind you and you just wouldn't know? Or is it just a sixth sense type of deal?
All I know is as
How
long as
about
I
you
know
try
how the
it?
space. Yeah.
And my eyes start glowing. Yeah, we might just try that. I
Do
start
you
backing up
think
into.
Vic could take watches for us?
I just have to sleep down, face down in the dirt.
That sounds like a plan to me.
You know what?
I'm
I
sure
don't want
if
to put that
that
much
were
on
to
you.
happen, if that were to happen, perhaps I get my own body. We'd have to figure out how to turn my head the right way.
Ooh, I wonder. What if it's like a body trade situation? What if you were to, break your own neck, like turn your own head? Would that do anything?
I would probably die.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But I'm no doctor, so perhaps you're right.
How do you know?
We'll never know.
It's common anatomy.
Hey, Victor, you want me to try it?
Um,
Nice science experiment.
maybe not. But Vic, what you need to understand is, if I die, you die. So
More than likely, but perhaps this is just a punishment and I get on with my life after you die. But there's no
He's
real
trying-
telling. Just based off of what I've come to a conclusion of is you somehow stepped in the way of a demon lord and this was his curse on you, which inevitably cursed me too. But perhaps once your curse is done, mine ends as well. And instead of having to be stuck to the back of your head, I get my body.
He has a point. Name time. He's a crafty bastard, right? I like him. Let's just try not to anger him. He might attract the wrong crowd, per se.
very true. All right, Vic, we'll work together for the time being.
I don't really think that I have much of a choice, but sure.
Hey, be his literal eyes in the back of his head. See something? Oh, Larry, I see someone in the back. We need to give a warning.
True.
Yes.
And as long as you work with us, I won't put a scarf around my head and cover your eyes.
Kind of like the idea of that. Although in the winter, maybe a scarf would be better suited for both of us.
Indeed. All right. I like this fellow. Vic, welcome to the party. Hope we get along fine.
We'll find out, I guess. Just don't piss me off. And hurry up and find me a body so we can go our separate ways.
Indeed. All right, I guess we could rest here for now.
If there's anything Vicavor would like to ask the party, especially with recent events, maybe, since you weren't able to play, go ahead. This way we can try to buy time for Gerald.
Okay, you're meaning like not just after that fight that we had, but the session.
Yeah,
that I was there for.
just since you've been gone.
This goopy thing, does it talk or no?
Technically, it's not alive yet.
Oh, what happened with it so far?
Well, like, we just got the Spriggan heart,
Okay.
I think he's already in the future now.
so we can definitely move to the future, but... So,
Oh, that's what I meant. I'm like, ask.
yeah, so...
Because I was
Goop-
there for the Spriggan part.
Right. Goopy is... Basically, it's a familiar, if you're familiar with familiars.
Mm-hmm.
But it's better in every way. It can actually attack and like follow commands, and it regenerates. If it dies, it regenerates at the end of the day or the beginning of the next dawn.
Okay.
It can melt, and it does poison damage. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. I think he has a
Yeah.
dagger and a hand crossbow.
Yeah, we
Jeez.
can use them for infiltration and stuff.
Definitely. And he helps me get flanking and sneak attacks.
Okay. And then, did we ever go back to the town, or
Yes.
Yeah,
Actually,
you
this is
guys went back to the town. So if you wanted to talk to anybody specifically in town, we can do that too.
well, I had a question more about spells. So, certain spells require certain things like a component. So, I'm just curious, what's the protocol on that? If a spell requires a component that I
So
don't have?
you're looking at invincibility right there. So you see how it just says an eyelash encased in gum,
Yeah.
Arabic. So there's no gold value to that. So as long as you have a spellcasting focus or a component pouch, either of those, which you should have, it's one of your starting equipment things, and I'm pretty sure it's in your scholar's pack. But you can also your quarterstaff could be your spellcasting focus technically. So as long as you got a spellcasting focus, which in this case, if you have something in mind for flavor that you kind of hold to channel your spells and your magic through, we'll go with that. Otherwise, I'll say that your quarterstaff is your spellcasting focus. Now, if you have something that, let's say that says an eyelash encased in gum worth 50 gold, then you have to actually have that component, and more than likely the spell consumes it to where you'd have to go out and buy more. But I don't
Yeah.
think there's a lot of level 1 to level 3 spells that require components. It's usually level 4 and above that you'll have to
Okay.
start worrying about it. So just keep an eye on that. But otherwise, you should be good to go. Gerald,
Okay.
test 1, 2, Gerald.
If all else fails, he might have to use Discord on his phone.
True.
That's what I'm doing today, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you wanted, I'll say go ahead and just add to your. Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yes.
Hey, tight. Go ahead and add to your inventory either a spellcasting focus or a component pouch, Ethan.
Okay.
And
What does
if
that
you
mean?
think of, go for
So
it.
for the spellcasting focus, what exactly does it have to be?
It can be anything. It goes into detail in the player's handbook actually on what it can be. But it's something that when you cast a spell, you hold it in your hand, and it helps you channel the magic into the form that you're trying to bring it out into. The
Think
same
of
thing with
Harry
the
Potter's
component
wand.
pouch. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Like a wand you could actually use a wand if you wanted to pick up a stick and make that your spellcasting focus.
Okay.
Granted, it would be a magic stick, and if it gets taken away, you can't just pick up a random stick. It's not
Okay.
necessarily even a magic stick, but you catch my drift.
All right. Should I wear this? I have that half of a thorny crown that I tore off that ogre guy. I can make that into a tiara.
Oh man.
You could use half a pixie. Now that is a spellcasting focus.
True. I was
Every
like,
time.
You
I
need
was
to
looking-
condense
Head
that
on it.
pixie ash into a wand, and that's your
Yeah.
focus.
that's what I was actually looking. I think I just didn't put it in my inventory about the sea ash. And the stuff like
Probably
that.
not.
Definitely grabbed it.
I did grab it. I remember that.
One thing I'll always find funny now is the fact that your character trait now is being a pyromaniac.
Yeah.
Yep. Speaking of
Mhm.
pyro, Gerald, so far all we've really done is allowed you guys to roleplay with Vicavor since he's been gone. So I don't think you were there when he switched characters, Ethan. But he's
Yeah.
now playing this new guy. His name is Quinn.
Okay.
I don't know if
How did Quinn come into this? Was he just magically there one day and we just never questioned it?
No. So the way he came in was when you guys were sleeping at the inn one night. Donovan went outside and started trying to shoot a squirrel because he hates animals all of a sudden, which is strange. But you guys ran out there to see what was going on, and this swarm of owls just fucked Donovan up. And Quinn came out and was like, "Sorry, I'm trying to protect the forest and all, and I can't just let your robot friend over here destroy shit." And when you guys went to go and fight the Spriggan, he tagged along with you guys because Donovan was saying that he's trying to process some new info. He doesn't think he'd be much of a help, and he'd rather stay put to try to figure things out as he disk defragments himself. So then Quinn joined you guys, and so far it's been a very good run.
Very good. It's like Quinn didn't give a shit when I was burning on half the forest, but as soon as Donovan attacked the squirrel, it was all over.
True. Casualties of war.
He doesn't give a shit about trees. He only likes animals.
As a shepherd druid, technically.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I guess bringing it back to the present, as Strahd walks out of the portal and starts to sniff the air, he makes eye contact with you guys, and off in the distance you can hear an owl hooing as it's getting closer to you. And as the owl hoos, Strahd ends up looking towards it, and as it gets ever closer, he holds out his hand, points his fingers, and a bolt of lightning jets out, destroying the owl. It's too specific to have an owl heading, especially at this time of day. They don't hunt during the day. No, 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 no. You all are gonna have to do a lot better than that. How about we go ahead and get things started? I can smell you. Come on out, face me. This is destiny. Can't you tell?
This isn't good at all. What are we gonna do?
So you guys noticed that Quinn is kind of upset. Who is this guy? Is that dead owl near me?
It's about 50 feet away from you.
Like how badly did he like?
You look up at it. Yeah, so it's still like you could, if you were walking around in a forest and you saw it, you'd be like, oh shit, that owl's dead as fuck. But like you can see like the entry and exit wounds. You can see the sort of smoldering feathers, and there's like this little wisp of smoke coming up from its body. And Strahd, he's put his hand down at this point, and he's eyeing y'all's location currently, but every now and then he looks over to where that owl is at.
That guy there, Quinn, is the one I told you about earlier. Strahd.
What are like these dudes doing?
They're just kind of standing there still. Since they were moving around a lot, but since Strahd has come through that portal, they're kind of just standing there. They are all faced in your direction.
Okay, is this guy's Strahd? Is that what his name was?
Strahd.
We talked about.
Yes.
No,
Yeah, Strahd.
Oh, this guy right here?
Yeah.
That's Strahd.
Strahd or Strahd?
Strahd.
Okay.
Yes, that's his name.
All right. And just to clarify, the owl that was killed, was that Finn's owl, or was it just there?
It was just a
Oh,
random
oh.
ass owl.
What? Okay.
We sent that owl to get information because we were walking towards the portal to close it, and nobody knew how to close it. And I was like, guys, how do we close this thing? And we're like, oh, fuck. And then Quinn found an owl and sent it to talk to Opal. And then it was going to tell us how to close the portal. And then instead of Brady letting that happen, he made Strahd kill it.
Oh,
Okay.
Do I know that that is the owl that I?
From your druidic training with your master, yes, you know.
Goopy.
Plus, as you're looking at it, it has sort of the same sort of feathery features as the owl. It's got the same coloration, minus the burnt, charred portions.
Vikavor,
God damn it! Who is this?
that owl was a mother.
Can I? I want to go find the owl.
Okay.
I want to call Goopy into his vial.
Okay.
There we go.
I'm just sitting here, visibly angry and like baring my teeth.
You're gonna have to come out at some point. And you watch as he lifts his hands up, and you can see a small little flame dancing in his palm. Or things might get lit up a little bit faster than you anticipated.
Brady, are there any large rocks around?
Yeah, there's quite a few, you know, in the forest.
All right, I will stand next to the nearest large rock I can find and tell everybody, just say the word. I will throw this at him.
No, just wait.
Brady, I want to like blink
growth.
tree to tree and
Okay.
do it stealthily and get pretty far over.
Okay.
Okay.
Go
Before everybody
ahead and
splits up
roll
here.
a stealth.
Oh.
Oh, good. You go ahead, Vikavor.
Well, I was just gonna talk to Snoopy and say with everybody directly. Do you guys not want to talk to him at all? And just go flame on here.
No,
It is time for action.
spare the.
Just give me the word.
Quinn. I'm gonna get up and approach him.
Okay. So Snoopy, you're able to blink. You can put yourself anywhere on the map, and as far as you can tell, no one was able to. Well, anywhere with trees. Obviously, you pop out there. There you are.
Ooh, can I?
I found you.
No way, I can't blink that far. I wish I was a later level because I could probably hide up on top of the rock. But I'll like pick this tree here.
Okay.
And then Goopy cannot blink, correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
Yeah, Goopy has his base walking speed. He doesn't have any special form of like teleportation like you.
Okay.
So you guys watch as Quinn gets up and starts to walk, and as he does, Strahd sort of walks a little bit forward to meet him. You are not who I expected. What brings you to this location specifically? It's quite odd, especially in the middle of a large, vast forest. Was that owl your ticket out of here?
That owl was a friend.
Oh, I truly feel for you. And he puts his hand over his heart. I know what loss feels like. I know it all too well. Your friends, at least I assume. because you share their sins. They took something from me, something that can never be replaced. Even if I do find the magic to bring her back, she won't be the same. They took it from me. So, I am here to get my revenge. And if you wish to aid me, perhaps I can help you with your owl friends. Perhaps I could give you power. Something that your friends could never offer you. What do you say? And he holds out a hand towards you, Quinn.
Power. What kind of power?
He looks at you. Yeah. What is it that you seek most? What do you care about? Perhaps I could be your greatest ally in achieving your goals. I am quite powerful, and I do plan to make my mark on this new world.
I want to send a message to my buddy here, not Strahd, to Quinn. It's 120, and say,
Go.
try and trick him. Don't respond to me.
Tell me what you seek.
You say you're not from this. Hold on, out of character. We do know about the demon lords, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the party told you about them. You being on the material plane since they left for Barovia, you've been through a lot of this stuff with Nietzsche already.
Yeah, I'll let you know all the BS when we're in town.
Power. So you would know how to stop this thing that's going on with these demon lords, wouldn't you? Or do you have a hand in that?
Demon lords, quite compelling. I admit, demon lords are on a whole different layer of evil from what I'm capable of, but even though they have individual power, I have influence. If you want to take out the demon lords, I can promise you I will make it a lot easier for you.
A lot easier. So you've never seen anything like this before?
It's not that I have not seen it, but I have not dealt with it personally, no.
So, what makes you so confident that you can handle this then?
Learn your place, boy.
I want to send a message to the other three, I guess one at a time, and tell them Quinn is going to trick him, get ready to attack.
And then I get grip of a large rock and lift it up.
All right.
But can I see him do that?
Yeah.
I say, wait until the opportune moment.
Can I cast my invisibility right now?
Sure.
Okay. Do I need to click on it to do it? Yes.
Fairly certain I know what it does mostly.
Yeah.
It lasts for concentration up to 10 an hour. Cool.
Yeah, that's a long time, isn't it, for battle?
Yeah, but the thing is, so if you read the fine print, the spell ends on the target if you attack or cast a spell.
Yeah. I saw that.
So just make sure you're in a location you want to be revealed at when you finally cast a different spell.
Is it like?
But yeah.
So here's the big question I have: is when I use that and I am like behind somebody, is there any benefit to like surprise? Like, do I have an advantage or no? Like if I was over here.
Technically, yeah, they wouldn't like if you were to. Because the thing about invisibility is you still make sound.
Yeah.
So you would still roll stealth and stuff like that if you're trying to sneak around somebody to get a different angle. Obviously, I give advantage to you being invisible because you're cutting out like a whole portion of their senses to try to get you. So
Yeah.
when you do inevitably attack, if it is a attack roll, yes, you would have advantage on the target.
Okay. And right now I'm not limited by my movement, right? I can like move freely. Obviously, like
Within reason,
hold
yeah.
on. What level spell can Vikavor cast at? 3?
Oh yeah. What are
'Cause
your
you can-
spell slots?
I think I'm 2, did I?
You cast
Well-
Fireball, so it's at least 3.
Oh no, you're right, it is 3.
Yeah.
So you get to cast
You can-
it on
yep.
2 people.
Okay, so
That
like
is
I can cast it on
correct.
myself and then one other person.
Yeah, Balrin
Um,
is
so-
there, as well as Saberwolf. Otherwise, you don't have any other targets.
And Valorant is
Swafford's character.
yeah,
Warforged?
no, I mean he's right next to me.
Yeah.
I don't think it would help. So I'm kind of whispering back here to Saberwolf. Obviously, we're like back in the woods still, so I'm hoping. Hey, Saberwolf, it won't help you to be invisible, will it? Because you're just gonna toss that rock.
It could help. I placed the rock right back.
Okay, I'm gonna cast it on Saberwolf too. So me and Saberwolf for visibility.
Yep, you guys go invisible. Balrin
Okay.
has since pulled out his revolver arm and takes a position behind the tree, and he kind of whispers, when you guys pop out, that's when I'll take the shot.
Okay. And I can move right now. Can I
Correct.
guess. Can I move like out of like the map a little bit, like back here in the trees more?
Yeah. Yep.
So
you're not
when I'm moving,
confound to the map. Anywhere you go beyond the map, we go to Theater of Mind for.
okay. So I'm gonna go deep back in the trees back here. I'm making my way around back here, kind of watching what's happening.
Okay.
But like pretty far back, where like no reasonable person could hear unless they have superhuman. And I'm kind of walking really, really.
Cool.
Really
Perfect.
coincidence.
Well, go ahead and roll me stealth check anyway at advantage, please.
Okay. I'm being
I wa-
really specific here.
I wonder if there's a superhuman person in this fight.
Okay, so I have to roll.
Oh god.
So
that's-
when I roll stealth, I just click on it right here, right?
Okay. As you're moving through, you constantly keep looking back. It doesn't seem like anyone's paying attention to that area. At one point, you do step on a twig, and Strahd kind of he glances over for a second, doesn't see anything, and goes back to looking at Quinn.
Okay.
You're free
I'm
to
still-
continue moving.
So kind of in.
Saberwolf,
Alright.
where do you
I'm
position yourself?
going to try and position myself in here.
I was eventually going to try to get here behind the rock. Like right about here. That's possible or not.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Okay. Maybe even if on like the back side of like the lower spot of this rock.
Okay. Tell
That's
me,
where I'm gonna be.
boy, what is your name?
Vikavor answers.
No, not
Be
a
hilarious.
chance.
Claude!
Ah, friends from behind the rock.
No.
I'm just kidding.
I was like, what the fuck?
Vic just yells out. Asshole. All right.
My name?
Yes.
Well, my name is Quinn. And yours?
The name is Strahd von Zarevich. And as he makes eye contact with you, and I think that this is going to be a very fruitful partnership. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Fuck. Good thing you're a druid. Have a high wisdom.
Your response to him is, yes, I do think this is going to be a really fruitful relationship. And first we have to deal with these other ones before we can start. You are charmed by Strahd.
Oh, hold on, bro. Like, what do you mean?
You failed the DC. So, if no one else wishes to come, Quinn, join me. And you start walking forward.
I send a message to Saberwolf saying, don't worry, this is all part of the plan.
I don't know about this. Something doesn't look right.
Now, Strahd puts his arm on the back of your shoulder. Before we start, Saberwolf, you watch as Quinn's kind of like looking past him towards the portal, and you can see this blank stare in Quinn's eyes. I grow hungry.
Send a
Strahd
message.
is going
I
to
say
bite
now.
you. Gentlemen, I can't shit you. He just rolled a natural 20.
Oh, boy.
Quinn.
I hate you, Brady.
Quinn, I know. I hate me too. You take 12 piercing damage and 18 necrotic damage. You also reduce your maximum hit points by the 18 until you finish a long rest. But you can make a wisdom saving throw to resist the charm now.
That's better.
Okay,
yeah,
so
so
let
as
me
he
calculate damage. Oh, well, go ahead.
Okay, no. You go ahead. Calculate the damage and stuff first.
So you said I take, so the 18, hold on. So I lose 18.
Yeah, so you lose. So go ahead and take the damage from your current hit points first. So the total is going to be 30.
Okay, so, oh, damn. And then I get reduced?
Yeah, and then your 56 gets reduced by 18. And I'll make a note of...
He's
I think
fine.
I think I did that right.
Totally.
No, he shafted me.
No, you take the 30 before, so you should be at this much HP. There.
That's a lot better.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought it was.
No,
I thought
he
I
reduced his
negated
HP
18.
and then.
Yeah.
then he
Oh,
took
okay.
the-
I'm tripping. I'm
No,
tripping.
no. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
good.
you are. That would be rough.
With that, now that as Quinn gets his life force sucked out of him by Strahd brings back his head and he looks at you. Oh, that ended a little sooner than I expected, but I am in a favorable position. Are your friends going to save you? I surely hope so. I'll have everyone roll initiative, please.
I like this music. I'll be back, by the way, before.
Okay. Alright, I gotta get Balron, initiative. Okay. Since the first person to act is AFK, we'll wait for a second.
No, right?
He goes AFK at the worst times.
Bruh. All the time.
Rolls a 22. All right, I'll be back. Come on.
Yeah, Martin agrees. He's always doing this for no reason. But I guess it gives me a chance to eat my salad, so.
Salad.
Oh, is it possible that I
know.
convince the DM that the people hiding in the trees gets a surprise round and we don't need Gerald to take a turn?
Yeah, take a surprise round. Snoopy, we'll go in the order of Saberwolf, Snoopy, and then Vikavor. Actually, we'll let Balron do something too, because he's technically got range on Strahd. So we'll start with Balron, actually, since he has the highest of the initiative. He pulls out his revolver and does what he does best and takes a shot, and unfortunately, even with advantage, misses.
Alright. I'm going to... It would count as an action for me to pick up a large stone again, right?
I'll allow you to do it in one.
I thought you still had the stone.
No, I had to
Wink,
drop
wink.
it in order to win. Alright, so I'm going to pick up a large stone. And how far would I be able to throw this stone?
You're close enough.
Okay. Alright, I'm going to...
So roll a d20 plus your strength modifier. If it hits, I'll give you 2d8 plus your strength modifier as damage.
Okay.
Your strength modifier is what?
It is... Is it 7?
Yes,
Oh,
it's definitely a 7.
7. There ain't no way that it's a 7. I'm pretty sure it's more than 3, right?
Yeah, it's 4.
Okay, that'll hit. So roll 2d8 plus 4.
Where did he throw the rock?
You threw it
Straight at
Strahd.
Quinn.
Oh, do you throw it at Quinn?
Get him out of the way.
I thought it was Strahd.
Okay. So as this big-ass boulder, as Strahd takes his teeth out of Quinn and sort of lets him go, all of a sudden a bullet shoots, missing him, and as he glances over his shoulder, he sees this big-ass boulder heading his way, and it like smacks him in the chest and explodes, but he barely moves, and he's like, mundane objects are not going to help you. He does take damage, just not as much as you wish.
Alright. Well,
You have movement and stuff like that.
Alright, so as far as my movement goes.
Also, you're not invisible anymore.
I know. Alright, I'm going to move around on the other side of the tree. Just to gain some room. Yeah, other than that, I'm...
Alright, Snoopy, your go.
I will run as fast as I can here, and I want to pull out my silvered short sword and stab Strahd.
All right. That'll hit.
All right. Where's my sneak attack?
Very nice.
And then I will blink back to the tree.
Okay.
So the bonus action dash to Strahd, then the blink back to the tree.
Okay. So you come up and like in the blink of an eye, literally this little puppy dog is running up as Strahd is taking his teeth out. All of a sudden he gets missed with a bullet. Rock shatters, and in that kind of like as the pieces of the rock are coming, you stab him in his left leg, and he's like, "Ugh!" He looks over at you. You look like a tasty little treat.
And then I don't know if this would be like a object interaction or what, but can I toss the silvered short sword to Saberwolf
Sure.
and say, use this?
All right. I'd rather sink my teeth in myself, but I guess this will work.
I wink at him.
Okay.
And then I'll pull
pick
out
a
my...
more.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I'll pull out my hand crossbow and load up one of my silvered bolts. And go, let's
All right.
do this.
All
Wicklebore,
right.
you're up.
I'm gonna barely like. I'm obviously on the. I was on the rock earlier, but I'm just like kind of peeking out, and I want to use my fireball. I'm gonna cast fireball.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But I'm gonna cast it like perfectly. I think I'll cast it like right here, so it's not in the portal. I want to clarify outside the portal, from going like right here, just having Quinn out of range. Yeah, wherever. Just as long as it hits both, like all three of these guys right here. Yep. So that's what I'm gonna do right there.
My guy.
Okay. Well, go ahead and roll it, and then they'll do their dex
Nice
saves.
damage, dude.
I'm gonna move that because I have a weird feeling. Oh wait, no, that's your second spell slot. Never mind, we won't need this anymore.
Yeah, that's my second one. We did the visibility.
Do you only get two
Alright.
still?
Yeah.
Warlocks.
Oh wow. Strahd fails his saves, but he'll use one
What?
of his legendary resistance,
Oh,
and
that's-
he'll
What?
take it.
You bitch. And
this-
he's resistant to fire, and he has evasion.
Wait, is
and...
he resistant to fire?
Oops.
No,
Hey.
he's
There's
not.
no resistance.
I knew he wasn't.
D&D.
First of all, you're right.
So did he take
Let's
any damage?
see.
In? What damage did he take?
He took half damage. This other guy, though, he takes the full damage, and that zombie obliterated. There's no coming back from that.
Nice.
Dope. The one time it's proper for him to be a pyromancer.
Ooh, yikes. That guy's kind of tough. You said he
Yeah.
took full damage?
Yep.
Yikes.
Well, now if we're all done dicking around, let's play. Once Gerald fucking gets back.
Man, I'm glad I said that, because damn, that was like 10 minutes.
Hold on. No, I've been back.
Oh, you are back. Okay.
Oh, you been back, but you ain't
Yeah, I
say
saw it.
nothing.
I should have sworn I did. I saw everybody's turn go and everything.
Okay.
They were doing a surprise round because I'm a nice guy. But now we're at the top of the actual round, and it's your turn, Quinn. Strahd is right there. He just took a buttload of attacks, and he seems like he's doing pretty well.
Given the circumstances.
Yeah, given the circumstances. Yep.
So I know what I want to do. I just don't know what I can do it into.
You want to do your spirit totem?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't mean to do that.
So your spirit
maybe I
totem can
did.
take the form of a bear, a hawk, or a unicorn.
Unicorn.
The way that each of them works is the bear. Each creature inside of the aura, when it appears, gains temporary hit points, and in addition, your allies gain advantage on strength checks and
But they
saving
have
throws
to be
while
in the aura.
correct. So right now it would be pretty lackluster. The
No,
hawk. The
Go
hawk,
ahead.
what it does is when you make an attack roll against a target within the spirit's aura, you can use your reaction to grant advantage on the attack roll, and you have advantage on any perception checks while within the aura. And then the unicorn, you gain advantage on any ability checks to try to detect creatures inside the spirit's aura, which doesn't, really help right now. But anytime you use a spell that restores hit points to any creatures inside or outside the aura, each creature of your choice inside the aura regain hit points equal to your druid level, which is 7.
Damn, that's good.
Yes. So
All of those are good.
this counts as me casting a spell, though.
No. It is... Your spirit totem is a bonus action.
Okay.
So and it doesn't
I
count.
can't
It's not a
take-
spell.
Okay.
You'd be able to
and
cast a spell as an action afterwards.
Okay. So, and then I can't. Okay, you said, hold on. So I can cast a spell afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
So is this possible? Because this is what I want to do. I want to cast this, do Spirit Hawk, and then Polymorph.
Okay. You want to do the spirit of the hawk?
T-Rex.
Yes.
Where do you want your spirit totem to go? And then yes, you can polymorph because it is an action.
Wait, he can conjure animals not as an action?
Huh?
He can conjure animals without using an action?
No, I'm just using that token
Oh, okay. He's using
for
the totem.
his totem. Yeah, this is
I
his
gotcha.
totem. I have like an
I was like,
all-in-one.
oh my god, shepherds are amazing. Still, that's a good totem thing.
I
Where
kind of
go?
want to. Can I take control of that?
You should be able to. Try moving it.
I can't.
You should be able to now.
Okay. Oh yeah, this is lit. Okay, hold on for a second. I'm just reading up on something.
Tick tock, Quinn.
Okay, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna do it right there.
Okay.
Okay.
And then you want to polymorph?
Yeah,
What do you polymorph into?
that's what I was gonna ask you. I don't even know what I can do.
T-Rex.
Anything that is a beast that is CR 7 or lower.
think Mammoth is there.
So I need to pull out that thing. Hold
Mammoth is a CR6.
I say you go with Killer Whale. Just crush him.
on. Just flatten him and then die.
Ooh, yeah. Turn into. Oh, you don't have flying speed yet. I did that once. Turn
You
into
could
a
do
giant
what
eagle
Jeff
and-
does and do the giant ape. I think at this level, that's the strongest one you can do.
Ooh, giant apes are good.
This would it be the same list of things I can do on my wild shape list?
No, wild shape is significantly weaker
Just for
than
that?
polymorph.
Right. I didn't know if they were the same creatures. I thought I
No.
had a list for
Same
that.
creatures, but weaker.
Yeah, but polymorph, you take whatever your level is, and anything from that level in CR and below you can polymorph into, but it has to be a beast. And at level 7, hands down, the giant ape is the strongest. It also has the most health.
But Killer Whale.
That's also true. You could drown if you wanted to. Drown in the air.
Well, yeah, I'll
whales
just do
breathe
the
air.
giant ape.
Oh shit, yeah. I'm thinking of
Hunter shark.
sharks. Yeah.
He wouldn't
No,
be
no,
able
no.
to move,
That's
though.
whale's a good idea. Shark's not a good idea. In
I'm gonna
case
do
it
ape.
floods.
Okay.
Good choice. Jesus.
Holy, he's bigger than me.
Look at Saberwolf and go like, yeah. You're one to talk. Just little 17-pound beagle.
So that green bar is your temporary hit points at an ape form. So subtract from your temporary hit points when you take damage. Anytime you do take damage, you have to make Constitution saving throws using the giant ape's modifier of a +4. So you get a D20 +4, and you have to beat either the DC, whatever the DC is of the concentration check. Other than that, if you go into your compendium, you should be able to type giant ape and pull up the stats so that you can see what it does. I have it pulled up too to sort of streamline it. But at this point, the only other thing you can do, since you've used your action and bonus action, you can move if you wish. And just so I can see it, you did the hawk.
Oh, you can throw rocks for 7d6? Damn, that thing is good.
Yeah, Jeff destroyed an encounter one time with 2 crits from a rock.
28d6.
It was not fun. For me. Fun for the players, which is perfect.
I did a dice roll app on, I think it was 15d6, and I rolled an 18. I didn't believe it, so I redid it.
I'm gonna stay put.
Okay. Alright, Balrin is going to see your Hawk Spirit pop up. He's going to start making his way to where he can still see Strahd. I'll let him, take that attack. As his
Ooh, nice.
as his hand cannon goes off, or my bad, his revolver goes off, it hits Strahd, and it like gently nudges Strahd, and he kind of like shakes his arm, and you see a little singed mark on his shoulder where the sort of lightning of the bullet happens, and he just sort of pats it down. He's like, I do not believe that this is going to take too long. That is Balrin's turn. Saberwolf, your go.
I believe I have enough speed to get to him. So I'm gonna attempt to. Hold on, make sure.
Yep, you do.
I'm gonna go ahead and run towards Strahd and attack him with this silvered short sword.
All right. Does Quinn want to? I'll allow you to still obviously use your reaction to give him advantage if you want to. But he is flanking, so you probably don't.
Because the flanking is just double advantage. So no, I don't want to do that. Which that's not a thing, right?
Correct.
That is correct. There is no such
Roll
thing.
4 d20s, take the highest. 4 ones.
I would just kill your character if that happened.
Yeah, fair.
Rocks fall. Get that curse out of here.
You take
Go ahead and
7d100.
roll. Go ahead and roll the d20 plus your strength modifier, which is 4. Pretty sure you're proficient in these weapons.
Yeah, monks
short
are.
Swords.
Basic.
Yeah, so also add
3.
So add 7 to that. So 19 does hit. Short sword is a d6, I believe.
Yes, sir.
Do I still have bonus action?
You do. Go ahead and roll the d6 plus your strength modifier of 4 for damages. Nice.
Well done.
Take a
Kevin.
swing at Strahd.
Well done.
And then I'm gonna also do flurry of blows.
Okay, so go ahead and make 2 unarmed strikes against him. That'll hit. You're not enlarged, so let's undo that real fast. Whoop. Go ahead and make your... Oh, you did make 2 of them. One of them just popped in later. One of those does hit, and as you go in and punch him, like as your fist makes contact with like his back, he's barely nudged forward, and he kind of looks over his shoulder and, I don't understand what you think that your puny little knuckles are going to do.
And I respond back, you have no clue how much I've been wanting to do this. Okay, my turn?
Okay. It is Strahd's turn. What does he want to do?
I think he was gonna surrender and just walk away.
No, we don't want that. We just like really don't want that. He was gonna
Fine,
attack
you
this
caught
guy
me.
for bringing him in at such terrible timing.
Fine, be that way. Then walks away.
Strahd steps back just a little bit, and he holds out his hands. 2 can play your little game, boy. And he casts Polymorph on himself. But he is able to do something a lot stronger. And just for, just because I don't know, I will have him turn into a Tyrannosaurus Rex because someone said that earlier and it would be funny.
Yikes.
Let's see. This is the T. So the what's it called? This green bar that's about to pop up, that is his T-Rex health. He will also make Constitution saving throws using the T-Rex's con modifier whenever he does anything or gets attacked, rather. Other than that, this big ass giant lizard with vampire fangs and a really nice slicked haircut starts to look you in the eye, Saber Wolf, and looks at Quinn. That will be Strahd's turn. Snoopy.
I'm gonna get in here and shoot my crossbow at Strahd. Hopefully getting some benefit of a totem.
Gerald, do you use your reaction to give him advantage on the attack?
Oh yeah, if you want to, yeah, go ahead.
I guess it wasn't necessary, but
Yeah. So, no more reaction from our giant ape.
wow,
man.
look at that. 46 damage.
Nice. The crossbow bolt does hit.
And then I would like to... Oh shit, I didn't keep track of my movement.
And he does maintain his concentration.
Is this rock big enough for me to hide behind?
Sure. From the other guys, the T-Rex is tall enough to see you, though. Being a huge
Okay.
creature and all.
That's fine.
Cool. Okay. Is that the end of Snoopy's turn?
Yep.
Alright. This guy. Let
Hey,
us
puppy.
see. So this guy, the Revenant, will run back this way. He pulls out his long
Uh-oh.
sword and he goes in
shit.
for 2 attacks against Vikavor.
But hang on. Oh no, I already attacked. Never mind. Sorry. Go ahead.
Correct, yes. Don't worry, I'm not fucking you over. He's like, but I'm invisible. You were.
Yeah.
He rolled a 16 and then a 23, both which hit. So the first attack deals 15 slashing damage. The second attack deals 11 slashing damage for a grand total of 26. As he comes over and slices into you, he speaks to you and says, "Don't get in his way, or you'll face the same fate that I have." And he'll end his turn, bringing in to Vikavor.
Okay.
Fuck it.
Yeah. So, let's talk about disengaging real quick. This is out of character for a second. So, if I disengage, I can move away from this guy.
Correct. Now, disengage is your action, and I'll paint this picture for you. You disengage, you get to move away without him taking opportunity attacks. You have a 30 movement speed, and so far from what
Yeah.
you have seen, he has the same speed. Wherever you go, he'll be right back at you. The best
Yeah.
thing that I could suggest is take the dodge action, because until your next turn, all attacks against you have disadvantage. And granted, he gets 1 extra attack on you, but all 3 of his attacks, if he continues to chase you, will be at disadvantage.
Okay. So when I take a dodge action, what happens then? What do I do with that?
I mean, you don't have to. All you have to do is say you're using the dodge action, and then Vikavor starts trying to move and stuff in a way to dodge out of the way of any attacks that come his way.
Mm-hmm. But that would be my
So-
action, basically, my whole turn, right?
Exactly. Not your whole turn, just your action. Then you still have, if you have anything that's a bonus action, you can do it. If you have any movement, you can use it. Unfortunately, you being a warlock, you have used your 2 spell slots, so I'm 100% certain you don't have a bonus action for anything. But I'll
Yep,
take a
you're
look
right.
just to make sure.
Oh no, I mean,
Okay.
yeah, I don't think I have anything else.
Yeah.
Well,
So yeah, you can take the dodge action, which is like you could take the disengage action and just hope that he goes elsewhere. But I'll tell you now. Well, I won't tell you anything.
yeah, I was like, oh, you're the one person that probably know where he's going. All right, and then another question: if I attack from where I am right now, is it disadvantage because he's right in front of me?
If you attack with a ranged attack, yes. Any ranged
Okay.
attack when you're within 5 feet of an enemy gives you disadvantage.
Okay. I'm probably gonna die, guys. Okay.
So you can. Another thing you could do here is you could eat the reaction hit if he hits, and you can dash, and you get to move 60 feet away, and then
That is also true.
he won't be able to catch up to you unless he has 60 movement and then attack you next. But you do risk getting hit by the reaction, which is better than sitting there and taking 2 hits,
True.
especially because he
So-
can miss.
So
And
when,
he won't
when
be able to
can,
use any of his like special abilities. So
So can I, when he's hitting me, I can use
not to
that
be
the,
too meta.
the dash reaction, or
It's not a react. So the dash action doubles your movement speed. Essentially, that's what it does. So instead of you casting spells or whatever, you instead take whatever your movement is, which for you is 30, and you double it. So now you have 60 movement. You then, you don't benefit from the dodge or the disengage. So if you do move out of his threat range, more than likely he is going to take a swing at you.
Sorry, my mic cut out. I think.
Oh, did it?
I don't
Um,
know.
no, I heard him. Yeah,
Okay, good.
heard him. So he'll take if I take a dash action, he'll swing at me.
Correct.
Right?
If you
Or-
take the dodge action, he'll still swing at you. The only way he doesn't swing at you right now is the disengage, but he's just going to come right back up to you and whoop your ass. So
Yeah.
Snoopy does have the better solution. The
Yeah.
best solution is to eat the first attack, dash out of the way. The second best is to take the dodge action and hope that you don't get hit 3 times. And the worst option is to disengage because you don't have the movement speed to get away from him when you disengage.
Okay, I'm gonna dash then.
Crits you, kills you instantly
Okay.
with his vocal blade.
Please
Cut
don't
your head
jinx
off.
it. Please don't jinx
I feel like no matter what, I'm like screwed. Okay, I'm gonna dash.
Kind of.
So then I just choose where I want to go, right? I dash 60
Yep,
feet.
you got 60 feet to play with, so
Okay, I'm going over here, I guess.
all right.
So, we'll
He
see what
rolled a
happens.
15, which does hit you for 13 slashing.
Okay, I can live with that.
So as you
clearly.
turn around and start running, he slices from the lower right part of your back up, and you kind of like and start running. And he maintains eye contact with you as you run away.
As
I
if
believe
someone
that's
hit you
all
with
you
a
can
belt.
do.
You did not go 60 feet.
I
Yeah,
didn't.
you
How
got
far did they go?
one more square.
Yeah, one more. Oh, okay, yeah. I probably would have. Probably want to go all the way. Right?
Yeah, it's really important that you go all the way.
All right.
Okay.
So now you're way the hell over there. The zombie's turn. All right. Take the dash action.
John Cena, bitch, he doesn't know I'm there.
He looking at you.
Yeah, 27.
All
I'm
right, this
disguised
guy,
as
this
a
one
rock.
zombie's gonna roll up and attack Saberwolf. He rolled a 15, which I think hits for 4 bludgeoning damage. The zombie just and like headbutts you.
Ah, good one. You're next after I deal with that big bastard.
Quinn, your turn. Top of the round.
No monkey business.
Your 2 options here are you can either multi-attack and attack with your fist twice, or you can throw a rock, which is a ranged attack, and he is right there in front of you. Both of them have a +9 to hit because monkey be strong, and they also have a reach of the fist have a reach of 10 feet because monkey be long-armed. You're like in a
all
ring
I'm
of them.
imagining is Donkey Kong noises.
That song.
Bump, bump, ba-da,
Man,
bump,
Man,
ba-da.
if Quinn dies, all I'm gonna hear is.
No, what you'll hear is Interesting.
Did
You're
he
up,
turn into
Quinn.
King K. Rool on purpose?
Yeah.
The King of Kings.
This is a mirror off of the King Kong
I'm a-
remake.
I'm a multi-attack.
Good
All
choice.
right. Go ahead and roll
Do-
the d20 and
Mhm.
add 9 to them. T-Rex's AC. Cool.
How many times do I
It's
roll it?
super fucking low. It's like 13.
You roll it twice. Roll 2 d20s. You'll add 9 to each of them. Let's see. So the first attack, believe it or not, misses, but barely. The second attack definitely does hit. So for the giant ape, go ahead and roll 3d10 plus 6 for the damage. So if you click that D ? It'll make it a lot easier. How many is going to be 3? What type is 10? And modifier is 6. Alright, 15 damage coming across to that big old T-Rex. He will try to make a Constitution save. He does make it. He rolled a 12.
Yikes. That would have been a really nice surprise.
What this? If Quinn wants to move at all, you may. Otherwise, that is all that Giant Ape Quinn can do.
No, I'm gonna stay.
All right. Valorant moves 30 feet up. Actually, we'll make him move 30 feet this way so he can see. He'll take a shot. 11 misses. Actually, do you use your reaction to give him advantage? I'll let it slide this one time.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Do it.
It's an automatic hit. Do it. Let the hate flow through you.
Yes.
Is Gerald
Yeah.
AFK again? How does he do that?
Oh my god.
He does it.
Bruh. You got too much going on in the background.
He rolled a 13 for his constitution. So he maintains his concentration, but he does take the damage. And Balrin goes ahead and reloads. Saberwolf, your turn.
Okay. Now the real question is, would I be able to still use this silver sword if I used Enlarge?
If you used what?
Enlarge?
Yes. Sword
Okay.
just doesn't, grow with you, so it's...
It's
I
like
know,
a
I know.
toothpick now.
Yeah, exactly. It is a little toothpick. You stab him
mini
with it.
My mini
It's like,
dagger.
yeah, that little, those little sword things that you put in little bite-sized sandwiches at a party? That's exactly what it is.
No, Gerald, we could not.
No.
No, we can't hear you.
Man, mine is. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
What the
Yeah,
hell?
so yeah, I'm going to use Enlarge. It's going to be as if I'm like putting, you know how you like try to like put pencils in your hands to make it look like Wolverine claws. That's how I'm gonna
Yeah.
make the silver sword look.
Okay.
So I can punch him. Use that Enlarge.
All right. So now you'll add that enlarged damage modifier.
And then I should still have
make you-
bonus action.
Correct.
Gerald, that's happening to me too. I'm dropping out, in and out.
Yeah, so I'm gonna use Flurry of Blows on Strahd.
Okay. I also made you a short sword macro real quick on your sheet. It's at the bottom of all your attacks and spell casting. But go ahead and do your 2 unarmed strikes.
This is
Oh, that
savage
hits.
battle, man.
That hits and that hits. So He'll make 2 separate Constitution saves. So after the first one, he rolled 13 plus his con, so he saves. The second one, he rolled a natural 1 and reduces his size back to Strahd.
Nice.
Sweet.
Oh no!
Comes back.
Dang, I wish I was playing Kai.
But you got Quinn now, dude.
No, I'm just letting you know, whoever rolls a natural 1 ever is getting that. I don't care if he's on the team.
I can dig it. So he, after your 2 attacks, he comes back, and he kind of looks at you and goes, "Yeah, I prefer this rather than that reptile. Perfect timing, too."
Say all you want, Strahd. This is gonna be your end. I'ma bite off your head if I get the chance.
Very well. Do you move at all?
Nah, stick around.
Okay. Strahd will squeeze behind you,
I knew that was gonna happen.
flanking you with the zombie.
Oh, did he move out of Quinn's range there?
Yes, but Quinn has used his reaction already.
Oh, Strahd's
Oh,
super
yeah.
smart.
Hold on, when?
When Balrin made a shot and I asked if you wanted to, and the party came to a unanimous vote that you did.
What?
Give him advantage.
And here you mate.
So
He
that
gave
he
you
would
a
hit.
guaranteed hit, so because he had already rolled, you got to
But
take
I'm,
it.
But I'm like grade 8, like, alright, whatever. I
He's
hate
gonna
this
make
school.
2 attacks at you. One of them will be with his claws, and the other will be his bite.
Okay.
You're lucky that I rolled the claws first, because that is a natural 20. His bite is not a natural 20, but both of them do hit.
Okay.
The first attack, as he goes in with his claws, he like rips portions of your calf muscle. You take 14 bludgeoning damage and 29 necrotic damage.
Holy.
What the hell?
How did Quinn not die then? Did you roll super low on the
No,
knock
that
crit?
was the claws. The
Oh,
bite is
okay.
different.
Okay.
The bite, you take 5 piercing damage, 11 necrotic damage. Your maximum HP is reduced by that 11. And you can see Strahd is getting invigorated after he takes his teeth out of you. Delicious. The pus is a little lackluster, but acidic. Almost like putting lemon in your water. Snoopy's turn.
Let's see. I will bonus action get Goopy out.
All right.
Where is he?
Oh, yeah. Let me pop him right next to you.
And I say, get him. And I have him run up to Strahd. And then I'll shoot my hand crossbow. And since
Alright.
I rolled a 27 on my stealth and he's no longer a T-Rex, am I hidden?
Unfortunately, I'm going to say no because he knew you were there when you made the stealth. So even when he comes out of it, the only thing that doesn't know where you are right now is the zombie and this revenant.
All right, that's fair. Just trying to weasel my way into an advantage.
I know you are.
I'll take a pop shot with the crossbow then.
Okay, crossbow does hit.
And that's silvered, by the way.
Yes.
Okay.
And then Goopy.
Goopy
make
can
his
make an
attack.
attack. What do I do here? Is he my
Oh, shit.
attack?
He's got +4
Ooh,
to hit with any
got a
light
thingy.
weapon.
Yeah, look at that.
There it is. Oh, sick.
Damn, he crit.
True, kind of. Dealing 5 poison damage. Or, yeah, 6.
Hey,
You
that
see
crit got him
Goopy
1
as
extra
he-
damage.
You watch as Goopy comes out of this bottle as Snoopy uncorks it and pours it out, and Goopy like slimes over the side of the rock, comes into Snoopy's form, and he's got this this gooey dagger in his mouth, and he goes in for an attack against Strahd, and you can see the acid, or the poison rather, as it's like sort of dripping beyond the wound of Strahd. He's like, a little bit of a sting, but it should be fine.
And then I'll use my movement to get. I think this is the one I said. One more.
Okay.
There we go.
Let's see. What will the Revenant do? You help me. The Revenant will run and sort of try to like get in the way of Snoopy and Strahd. But that is all he can do. Actually, hold on. Never mind. He will not do that. He's going to do this instead. He's going to move 30 feet. And as he starts running, let's see. Oh, never mind. He can't do that. He does go right in front of Snoopy. And at the beginning of his turn, you can see that his wounds are slowly rejuvenating.
I'm like on my way running south, and I turn and look at him and grab. Snarl.
And he's got his long sword two-handed. He's got it right in front of you as he prepares for his next attack. Vikavor, your turn.
Okay. Does it make a difference that Saberwolf is standing in front of Strahd for like my ranged attack?
Yes, it does.
It does. Okay.
Currently, because of Saberwolf's size, you can't see him.
Okay. Even if I like go over this way and there's not like a little gap inside here,
Mm,
You gotta
between the
get
two of them.
spell sniper or whatever that one's called, dude.
yeah.
Can't
Yeah.
you like can he like cast a spell like a basketball and just shoot it?
Hell
No.
yeah.
Like
He could cast. He could, in theory, do that with Fireball, but unfortunately, he has no spell slots.
Yo, I have the perfect idea for my next character.
That's cool.
The name
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna be the LeBron James of spellcasting.
Yeah, and
I
you
could
could have
dig
to
it.
like attack everybody around me.
That's amazing.
So-
Goliath.
Unfortunately,
So
I
you're saying-
don't think. If you go right here, I'll give him 3/4 cover from your attack,
Okay.
but that's a +5 to his AC. Otherwise, you can't
Golly.
attack Strahd. You can attack either the Revenant or either of the zombies.
Okay. I guess I'll go for the Revenant. You guys look
Okay.
pretty safe over there, except for Saberwolf. Sorry, nothing I can do for you.
Indeed. I'm out of here.
Okay. I'm gonna go for. We're going. So it's 120 range.
Yeah, go pew
He's
pew.
way-
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna hold up both my middle fingers up like guns, and then fire Eldritch Blast.
Fuck this
I'll pick my
guy. Both of those do hit. Which? I forget
good
which.
damage.
Did you take the? What was? Because I know you enhanced your Eldritch Blast, but which one did you do?
I
Oh,
did
just the
the-
agonizing. Okay, never mind. You're good.
Yeah.
So yeah, you blast him in the chest twice. You're like, "Hey, asshole!" and then you bust out 2 middle fingers and poom, and they both hit him like right in the center of his chest, throwing him off balance a little bit, but he maintains his composure. He starts looking between Snoopy and you. If you wish to move, you may.
Yeah, I'm gonna move over like in this tree area.
Okay.
Great. There's where it's
That'll
at.
work. All right. Zombie's turn. Zombies rolling up. This one zombie to the left of you will make an attack. He rolled a 15, which is what he needed. You take 4 bludgeoning damage. The zombie behind you rolls a 22, but get this, he only rolls 2 damage. So you are at 2 HP, my friend. Zombies end their turn. Quinn, you're up.
Yeah, I'm hold on, let me read this thing again.
I forgot a zombie. The zombie's attacking Saberwolf.
Oh,
But he
word.
fucking missed. Alright, now it's your turn.
Oh. Man, that sucks.
Time to go ape shit.
Fling your poo at him.
So I'm not even next. Oh, but hold on. Like,
You've got to reach a 10.
10. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm hitting.
Yeah.
I'm hitting Strahd between these two.
Yeah. With your height, with your size, you don't have to worry about him having like cover or anything like that. The zombie is way too small for that. So roll a d20 plus 9 to see if you hit him. I'd be amazed if you didn't, but it's possible.
You said it's a D20.
Correct.
I'm doing it as the D100 to see if the. And then you said plus 9.
Yeah. So
right?
unfortunately, 11 misses.
Gee.
But yeah, you did it correctly. Yes.
Okay, cool.
I'm
So that's
actually gonna
both my
make you
attacks?
a. No, you got one more.
Oh, I'm gonna go again.
Uh, 22 will hit. So roll 3d10 plus 6 for the damage.
And plus what?
Plus 6. Ooh, nice damage.
Jeez.
As you go in for two punches towards Strahd, he's able to sort of duck out of one of them, and you sort of do like a slight uppercut and like hit him right in the jaw. And he kind of like, you hear a crack, and he kind of like has to adjust his chin. He's like, good thing that your fists are mundane. That could have hurt. If you wish to move, you may. Otherwise, I am making you giant ape fists and giant ape rock macros right now. Because I foresee you in the future possibly using the ape again. If not, we'll change it. With that, Balrin will take a shot. Moves a little bit closer. Ooh. He takes a shot, and Strahd is barely hanging on after that.
Oh, you didn't hear Gerald say that he used his
Oh,
reaction?
I heard damn well. No, last time he got mad at me.
Bro, my audio keeps cutting out, bro. Like, bro, just let it. Oh, it's fine. This shit is pissing me off, though. Hold on.
You hear me go,
Saberwolf.
Sable.
There's only one last thing I can do. And then I take a slash at him with the silver sword and run with a flurry of blows as well.
Advantage on the
Alright.
sword.
Alright. 14 misses.
Even with the advantage?
Yeah, it's a 14. It's either a 14 or a 9. Neither of those hit.
Oh, you suck, Kevin.
Okay, well, flurry of blows then.
Alright. That misses, and
Are you fucking
Bro,
kidding
you
me?
missed.
You dead.
you missed all of them, even with advantage, bro. Oh man, that's
It's-
hilarious.
It's
It's
friggin'
fate,
all
dude.
over. It's friggin' all over again.
That's so fate. There's no way that's not fate.
I don't
if
know
you
if
wish
my
to
mic was
move, you
muted,
may.
but you didn't need to give him that reaction. Goopy was flanking already.
Correct. I don't
I
count
didn't
it as
even
him
know.
using the reaction.
You still messed up.
Do you wish to move, Saberwolf?
No. Since I'm gonna die. I'm gonna
Or
die.
Here
I'm gonna die
the
on my
BS.
feet.
Here comes the BS, though.
Start of
Do you get like
Strahd's
another
turn.
flurry of blows? Just
Yeah, can't you do something else?
No. Only other thing I can do is
Bro, look at your character sheet real quick.
can't you do flurry of blows twice?
I don't think I can.
No,
Or
you can
or
only
does it have
flurry
to
of
hit?
blows once. It's a bonus action. You get
Hmm.
2 attacks with the flurry of blows, which he did, and unfortunately it didn't work.
You don't get, but you don't get an extra attack in general though.
Nope.
Huh.
I mean, I can.
No, you
use
should.
Don't you get 2
Well, yeah,
attacks?
you should have 2 attacks. Do one more.
Oh.
Do one more short sword. Yeah, you're playing your class all.
Kevin, you owe me, dog.
But here come the BS.
Hold on. Gotta, yeah, that's definitely enough damage.
This is his mirror image.
How'd you know? I'm just joking. How do you want to do this, Kevin?
I'm going to chop
Oh.
off his head. Chop off his head as it jumps up in the air, and then I catch the head and just start slicing it as well.
Can I help him with it too?
Sure. So you guys, you go in sort of tag teaming it, if you will. Quinn goes in for 2 punches, and as he punches, or one of the punches connects, he grabs the shirt of Strahd and kind of lifts him up a little bit, allowing Balrin to get his aim and take a nice shot that you can watch the entry and exit wound as the bullet flies through. Saberwolf goes in for a strike with his sword, but for whatever reason misses. He goes in for 2 kicks, misses, and he finally goes in for the last swing, hitting Strahd right in the neck. And you see Strahd kind of grin at you. You think this was over? This was the beginning. And as you pull it back, you start swinging again and starting to slice it. As you go in for the final cut, Strahd dissipates into a mist. And the mist goes towards the portal. And right as the mist is getting towards the portal, there's this shimmer that you see, and there's this black creature that pops out.
God damn it.
And as the creature pops out, It looks to you guys and goes, Strahd was supposed to finish you all off, but I guess it's up to me.
Ah, jeez.
Since he rolled high enough, we'll go ahead and let him take a turn. He runs up to Saberwolf. And he will make a claw attack against you, which somehow misses, but barely. Snoopy, your go.
That was the most DM move I've ever seen in my life.
Hey man, you just watch. If you watch the replay, you'll see his token sitting there by the portal the whole fight.
Yeah. Let's see. If I blink away, do they get a reaction attack? Is that how?
I don't believe so.
Okay, I'll do that then. I'll blink here and attack this guy with my rapier.
Yeah, since it's a teleport, I say it works exactly like Misty Step and stuff. You just pop
Okay.
out.
And then I'll attack him.
All right.
Look
Let's
at that.
see, what is he?
With advantage. It's fantastic.
With your rapier. All
Mhm.
right. So unfortunately, 12 does not hit, but it barely doesn't hit. If that
Okay.
helps.
Then I'll whistle at Goopy and then have him come into its vial.
Okay.
Then I think I still
Goopy.
have a bonus action. So I
Correct.
will dash. No. I'll chill here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, no, you know what? Since I can, I will bonus action attack him
All right.
with my dagger,
That will
Land-
hit.
landing my sneak attack.
So you notice that your dagger is not as potent against this creature.
Yeah, sorry, I
as you
don't
would
have
hope.
30 silvered weapons, all right?
This guy's not even. Yeah, silvered wouldn't work.
Oh. Oh, is he kind of ghosty?
Yeah, I'll show you again. He's like a. He looks Quinn. You in monkey form, you see this, and it looks oddly familiar. In your giant ape form, you can't comprehend why, but this creature looks familiar. Anyway, Revenant's turn. He's gonna roll up after seeing what Saberwolf did to its master. He's gonna make a longsword attack, which he rolled at advantage, a crit, of course. But luckily, you just dropped to 0. He didn't do enough damage to outright kill you.
Man, Brady's loving you today.
Well, I guess unnatural fortitude. I have 1 health now.
Ah.
Okay. Perfect. He'll attack you again.
Or why he pop up again?
23. Why'd who pop up again?
Oh, scary man.
Oh, this guy?
Bro, chill.
So the Revenant rolls in, and as he puts Saberwolf into unconscious mode, he looks to the rest of you. Strahd will be back. Vikavor.
Alright. So these guys would be in cover, or the new Lord Scary guy would be in cover from me right now, right?
Yeah,
Because-
just half cover though, since they're all the same size.
Okay.
I'll give him half cover. So that's a +2 to his AC.
I'm gonna actually fire at the Revenant right here with my Eldritch Blast again.
All
See if I
right.
can get rid of him. So I'm gonna fire my first one, and we'll see what happens here.
9 does not hit.
We'll actually fire 2.
26 does though.
Ooh. Nice.
Saberwolf's
He shoots
down,
him one more
correct?
time. Correct. He is
Yep.
out. Unconscious. Zombies are drooling as they look at his body. I'm just kidding. That's mean. If you wish to move, Vikavor, you may.
Here. I'm gonna move even more out of the way.
Okay.
Very uncowardly, I'm gonna move over here.
All of a sudden, a Spriggan pops out. I'm back, bitch.
Let me check the distance here. So we're still... Yeah, everything's good. Okay, right there's good.
All right, the zombies are all going to crowd around our good friend Snoopy. Each zombie gets 1 attack at advantage. First attack is a 20 for 4 damage. Second attack is an 18 for 4 damage. And the final attack is a 20 for 4 damage.
Okay, I know you just rolled 318.
Huh?
I know their mod's not high.
Yeah,
rolled
their
high.
mod is...
2?
Well, they have advantage.
They did have advantage, alright.
Yeah. Yeah, don't worry. That's all that these bad boys can do. Top of the round, Quinn, you're up.
So I can only do these 2 things, right? Just-
Yeah, in giant ape form.
I can't do anything else.
Nope.
Like a different action.
I mean, you can still do the dash and disengage and stuff, but other than that, you have 0 spells that you can cast when you're polymorphed. You can't do any like wild shaping or any class abilities, except for whatever is already lasting. I'll let those happen, like your not conjure animals, your totem.
No, I
Which is
can't.
one
like,
of the
change it or
downsides
nothing.
of
Yeah.
you would have to recast the spell. You would have to drop your concentration, recast the spell.
Okay, can I grapple or anything in this form?
Yeah, you could forego your multi-attack to try to grapple instead.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of talking.
Okay.
Who is this? I'm confused.
Who do you want to grapple?
I want
Or
to try and
attempt
grab
to
Saberwolf off the floor.
Okay. Yeah, that he automatically fails his check, so you can grab Saberwolf. And because of how big you are, it doesn't take any extra movement to move him.
Okay, so can I like King Kong this man, just have him in one hand but still punch with the other?
Sure. Yeah. Since you're going for an ally, I'll allow you to grab Saberwolf because of your size and still make 1 attack for this
Okay.
round. Next round, you can attack as long as you don't do anything with Saberwolf except for hold him.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to him.
And you should see on your character sheet the giant ape fist. It's where all your other attacks and stuff are.
Oh. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my man right here. And then with this, I don't know, I might be reaching here, but could I like I had something that I wanted to do for this. Can I push?
Technically, yeah, you could shove. So I'll allow you to shove him if you want. It's essentially your athletics versus his acrobatics or athletics, whichever is higher. And your athletics would just be a d20 plus your strength modifier.
Oh,
Or
okay.
actually, no, it's d20 plus 9 for the giant ape. So yeah,
Smack
if you want
that
to shove
bitch.
him, roll the d20.
Yeah. So I'm gonna pick him up and then with the other hand shove.
So unfortunately, he's able to dodge out of the way.
He looks down and up at you like, the fuck?
You pick up Saberwolf and you go in with your other arm to try to I guess do the Heisman or whatever, and the dude just like ducks out of the way with his dexterous skills. So he does not get shoved. So if you wish to move, go ahead. Otherwise, I'll say that you have Saberwolf like on your shoulder, which puts him out of range for this creature in front of you.
So this okay. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna take my 40 feet and move out of the way.
Cool. Revenant will attack you with the longsword, which he does hit for 8 slashing damage.
Okay.
I'll pick up Saberwolf and put him next to you. As you're
yeah.
moving, roll a d20 and add 4 to it. The DC is 10 to maintain concentration.
You said roll a d20?
Yep, d20 plus 4. Okay, yep, you are still giant ape Quinn. So go ahead and move 40 feet. And as you move, the shadow demon thing will take a claw attack at our good friend Snoopy. Even with advantage, he rolled a 8 and misses.
Sweetness. Just dropped
Valron's turn.
Saberwolf. Sucker.
Valron will move sort of towards the back here. He's looking at both threats. He's going to take a shot at the Revenant. 16 will hit for a good chunk of damage. Saberwolf, death saving throw. Make sure you are whispered. You are. Mark the appropriate bubble, and then it's Snoopy's turn.
Which one save and which one fail again?
A fail is 9 or below. A success is 10 or above.
Okay.
All right,
So
Snoopy.
I'm trying to figure out this action economy here. What I want to do is use my bonus action to unleash Goopy and have him go here so I can get advantage. Then recall him back. And then use my movement to blink here.
Let's see. Yeah, that would work.
Okay. So that's what I'm going to do. So Goopy will just
Okay.
go here. You don't have to bring him out.
Okay.
And I'll attack him with my rapier.
That'll hit.
And then I'll recall him. So he slurps back up. And then I'll blink up here. Coolio?
Yep.
That's all I got.
Okay. Let's see. I think the Revenant will start running towards Quinn. Actually, no. He's gonna dash and head towards Balron, as he was the last one to attack him. Vikavor, your turn. Mr. Way the hell over there.
Yeah, I'm not coming any closer.
Yeah, look at his health bar. DC.
Okay. So, on my character sheet, I'm trying to find where is our level, like my actual character level here.
It's level 7, and it should be towards the top right. Oh. Hey, you were gone, I guess, and didn't level up.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask too, because I was like, I don't know if you
have
guys.
4th level spells and another spell slot.
Oh shit.
I'll check. I have my PHP.
So, if I was a 4th level or higher.
Things might be slightly different, yes.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I should have asked this obviously before the whole battle. I think my fireball is a lot different. So, well, it increases by 1d6.
Yeah,
slot.
so he should have 4th level spell, but still 2 spell slot.
It's fine. I'll fix it. I'll fix it tonight.
And a new invocation. Yeah, that's a good level for you.
I know. That's why I was actually looking at that just now. I was like, I think you guys think they'd be leveled up. That's all right.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna.
I don't think. Honestly, I don't think it would change the battle too much where it's at right now. I do believe you guys were gonna be able to make Strahd disappear.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I was just.
But yeah.
It was more so I could add other spells and invocations later. But yeah, that's what I was curious about. All right. I'm gonna try something a little different here. So my
Eldritch Blast.
No, not that. I'm looking. I was looking at something here. Frostbite. Spell damage increases by 1d6 when you reach 5th level. Okay, so I was gonna use Frostbite on that guy. The new bad gargoyle-looking guy.
All right, cool. Go ahead and move within range of them. Which, unless you dash, you can't.
Yeah,
Frostbite is 60 feet.
I know. I was looking at chill touch.
You screwed yourself.
It's okay. It's okay. Eldritch Blast is better.
Yeah, I'll use it. Okay. I was just to see if it had any different effect on him, because I don't know if some enemies are more susceptible to ice or something like that.
Force pretty much kills everything.
Does it? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We're gonna go 2 of those.
Yeah, there's one dude in the whole game, I think, that's immune to force damage.
And cold is the most. Cold and fire are the most common resistant to.
Okay, I'm firing both these at this guy, the gargoyle guy.
All right, both of those hit.
Excellent.
Nice damage. This guy is on his last leg, as you can see. Okay. If you wish to move at all, you may.
I'm gonna move just a little bit more south, kind of behind this tree, or kind of in between these trees.
Further away.
Hang on. Before I do that, let me make sure.
No, yeah.
I have to
You're good.
zoom out so much. No,
Zombies are gonna start dashing.
I'm gonna not go that far.
Towards
Sorry.
those guys. Okay.
Because I'll be out of range if I do that. Yeah, right there. Be perfect.
All right, Quinn, your turn. You see the zombies are starting to dash towards you. You have Saberwolf in your clutches.
Somebody should let him know we can't hear him. In case he's talking.
Yeah, if you are... Oh, there he is. We
Oh.
hear you.
Okay, so what happened just a second ago? Because my stuff was going in and...
Vikavor shot the shit out of this demon-looking thing. The Revenant started running up on Balrin, and the zombies started running up on you.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm gonna throw a rock at this Revenant then.
Oh, shit.
So, I don't have to
Just
do
click
nothing special.
the
Or
rock
just hit
one. No, yeah, just hit the rock button.
Oh my
That'll hit.
god.
So, Giant Ape Quinn, like, screams, beats his chest with one of his arms while he's holding Saberwolf over his shoulder, making sure he's steady. He looks around real quick, grabs a rock, I guess like LeBron would grab a basketball with one hand, and he chucks that shit, hitting the Revenant like square in the face. Balrin's standing right there. The Revenant's head like detaches for a second, and he grabs it and pulls it back. The stitching around his neck has come loose a little bit, and that did a number.
Jesus. You crit
If you wish
twice
to
with a
move.
rock throw? That's
Yes.
so much damage.
Yes, it was
Oof.
insane.
Okay, and I'm gonna take my...
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and move. And while you do that, this little shadowy creature, he looks around the battlefield, surveys what's going on. You finish up what you can, kill who you can. We'll meet back in Borovia for another attack. He goes towards the portal and disappears. Balrin's turn. He'll start running this way, I think, as he takes the dash action. So the Revenant will take a longsword attack, which will hit for 15 slashing damage. Saberwolf, as you are still unconscious, make another death save, please. Mark the appropriate one. Snoopy, your go.
Dun, 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 dun. Let's see. How much movement do I got? Ooh, I can get there. I'm gonna get here and then blink. I'll jump and then in midair, blink over to this guy. Say hello, and then stab him. Ooh, I missed.
No, you hit.
Oh,
Yeah, he's wearing broken-ass chainmail from what you can see.
and I do 20 damage. He's still alive.
Barely. He's just barely alive.
Then I'll use my bonus action. Just kidding.
Oh, yeah?
Because I'm a super rogue.
Uh-huh.
Alright, that's all I got.
Okay. Revenant is going to make 2 longsword attacks against you. A 9 and then a 20. Wow. You rolled almost max damage for that 20.
Well, good thing I'll uncannily dodge that.
Solid. So instead of 20 damage, take 10 slashing damage, please. And it moves to the back of you a little bit. Actually, it'll move to the side. Vikavor, your turn.
Alright. Really far away. Just kidding.
That's what
Let me see.
happens when you run away.
Yeah,
If you get
I
stealth
was-
sniper, you've got a 300-foot range or something
Ugh.
like something stupid
You need
like
to take
that.
that on your next ability improvement.
Oh, but nope. Looks
Oh,
like
you can
so-
reach him.
I know I can.
You
Yeah.
can totally reach.
There you go.
A little bit. Okay, we're gonna go.
Thanks
right
for
up-
moving him there, Brady.
Yup.
Yeah, I'm gonna move
I'm
right
looking
here.
out.
Move up a little rock thing. Right, that's 30. And then I think he's just perfectly in range. Yep. Okay. So we're gonna do my first blast at him real quick. Go. First blast.
No.
Jeez. Second. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. How do you want to do this?
He gone.
I wanna. Can I do this one like trick basketball shot? Like aim it a little bit higher, and then like I want to shoot it straight up in the sky, and it enters the atmosphere, coming back down like a missile, and then he just looks up
Okay.
as it's coming back down on him and obliterates it.
So Vikavor, like 30 minutes ago, shoots an Eldritch Blast in the air, and he's like, all right, this is going to be good, guys. And he runs up, and he shoots one, and it misses. The Revenant looks down at, like, the scorched mark next to his feet, and he looks over at Vikavor, and Vikavor's like, look up. And as he looks up, the Eldritch Blast from 30 minutes ago comes down, hits him right in the face, knocking his head clean off because of the stitching that Quinn had fucked up already. And as the head falls off and tumbles, it sits right up, and he's kind of blinking, sort of dumbfounded as he looks at Snoopy. The body in front of Snoopy falls to its knees, and you watch as it kind of starts to disintegrate into ash. And the Revenant looks at you, Snoopy, and goes, "He will be back." Before he's complete ash. The moment that he is decapitated and starts turning to ash, so do these zombies over here, which I'm just going to
Oh,
delete
cool.
them. So, real quick, top of the round, Quinn, I'll give you one action that you can do before Saberwolf makes another death save.
Oh, well, you already know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna break concentration.
All right. Tiny Quinn.
God damn it. And I'm going to try and restore him.
All right. Go ahead and cast whatever heal spell that you have prepared. You know, it'd be really funny is if you didn't have any prepared. But I know that you do. I just think it would be really funny.
Druid with no health spells, scumbag.
What a scumbag. Saberwolf, you go ahead and rise.
Yeah.
What are you on about?
No, I was gonna ask you, do I have any good berries left? No, yeah, I definitely gave them all to that L.
Yeah.
Am I? Well,
What can I upcast this to?
What kind of health am I looking?
I'm not sure yet because he hasn't. You get 9 HP.
Okay.
As you come back, you have to use the bathroom. So let me do that real quick, and we'll continue.
All right, guys, let's do this. Leroy Jenkins.
That was so soft.
I didn't want to wake my puppy up.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Test 1, 2. Can y'all hear me?
You just
Yep.
can't hear us, dude.
All right, no, I can hear y'all now.
Okay, good.
Man, I got shafted. But I hit that. At least I got that last hit though.
I can't believe you didn't bite his neck.
I would have risked not making that bite because like I've been rolling bad with.
Bruh, if it
Oh,
wasn't
but,
for
like even though you killed him, you could have like I thought you would have like stabbed him and then bit his or something. But he
Yeah,
disappeared anyways. Didn't
right.
matter.
Scumbag.
yeah,
And now we
bruh.
still gotta figure out a way to get that portal to turn on.
Make sure you take 2 attacks, bruh, from here on out.
No, my understanding of it was, I thought I only can make 2 attacks with just my claws and my bite and my unarmed attacks. I didn't know that I can also do my 2 attacks with short sword.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so being a monk, you have the extra attack. Any attack, if you ever use the attack action, you do whatever that attack is twice.
Okay, so
If you had a weapon in your other hand, you can do the 2 attacks, and then you can use a bonus action to attack with that offhand weapon.
okay,
But since
yeah,
you're a monk, you would use Fury Blows.
yeah, because I'm so used to like just using my claws and my mouth to
Yeah, I
attack.
feel like
So,
usually you will never do that because very few things will require a silvered short sword.
if that's the case,
Yeah,
and I have
anytime you make a single attack action, or when you take the attack action, you can do a couple things. Uh, you can attack, you can do the shove, you can do the grapple in place of one of those extra attacks, but whatever you're attacking with, you get 2 of them. So typically they're always going to be melee attacks. So you could attack once with your short sword, you could attack once with your bite if you wanted to. When it comes to your fury of blow or flurry of blows rather, it is your bonus action, you get 2 unarmed strikes. So you can be either claws, the normal unarmed strike, or your bite, and you get 2 of those. So you should be doing 4 attacks per round if you take a key point to do it. Otherwise, you should be doing 3 attacks because as a monk, you get an automatic bonus attack or bonus action to attack with an unarmed strike when you take the attack action.
noted.
So you should either be attacking 3 times or 4 times or 2 times. The only reason you would only attack 2 times is if you use your key to like double your movement speed by taking the step of the wind or something like that, or if you do patient
Mhm.
defense to take the dodge action instead, then you would only get your 2 normal actions. But
Okay.
that's in theory how it would work. So apologize if you didn't know that. But yeah, and if at any time any of you guys are confused on how your class, I guess, could be utilized, you can always ask me either in the middle of a session or preferably out of session, so that we can go over in depth of what your capabilities are.
Okay. Well, I know now. God dang
True.
it. Whatever. I mean, it probably would have been the same result anyway. Like, probably wouldn't have mattered. Probably would have still got slept by any.
Possibly.
But yeah,
Okay.
success. Yay, team.
So, as you guys bring Saberwolf back to consciousness, and as Vikavor comes back from the Southlands, Balrin comes up too as he's reloading his weapon. What do you guys do?
I want to go find that owl and try to see if I can help it.
Okay. So
Um,
go over to the owl and make a nature check for me. What does
I
Vikavor want to do?
am I allowed to cast Eldritch Blast into the portal?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure I can do that. I'm gonna be like, hey guys, do you think I should blast this portal thing, see if anything happens?
Fuck it.
All right, we're gonna. Do I need to actually roll it? To do
No.
that?
You could always roll a 1.
I guess
I'm just
yeah,
gonna-
but you're good. Don't need to roll.
Okay.
So Vikavor, he shoots his Eldritch Blast, and as it makes contact with the portal, it disappears, as if it was like continued traveling. So the portal's definitely open. That much you can tell.
I was too slow, but
Yeah, maybe hit that gargoyle guy in the ass.
Quinn,
I
as you're going over to the owl and looking at it, you notice that surprisingly it is stabilized. It's just incredibly hurt and unconscious.
man, if only we knew how to heal him.
I got the
Do
perfect idea.
you guys think we should put the owl into the portal?
Burn it first.
I hobble towards Baran and Vikavor and look towards. So, what was that fireball for?
Ooh,
Hmm.
do you guys want to send? No, I'm supposed to keep good care of Goopy.
Does Goopy have like thoughts and stuff? Can you actually like talk to him or no?
I can see through his eyes, right, Brady? That's about it.
Correct.
He's
Yeah, you can.
He's intelligence
You
of
can't really
one.
communicate with them. The communication between you and Goopy is that you can tell him what to do and he knows what you mean because of your telepathic link. Otherwise, you
Yes.
wouldn't be able to strike a conversation. You'd be like, "Hey, Goopy, how are you?" and he would stare at you.
Yeah.
He'd probably
like a
like
raccoon.
droop a couple times.
So Snoopy, here's what I'm thinking. Okay, so this is a portal, right? It goes to the other side, and obviously they can come back through this side. Send Goopy through, and then just tell him to come back through because it's a channel. It's an open channel to the other side there, and let's see what he sees.
I mean, we already came through this portal, so we know exactly what's there.
Oh yeah, okay, that's right.
Otherwise, yes, in a different circumstance, I would totally do that. But since this is the portal we used, pretty sure we know where it
But
is.
perhaps you didn't see everything, dear.
What the fuck
Oh
is
yeah.
that? Not
The
another-
portal starts to shimmer, and this woman starts to float above it. You all have caused a great deal of trouble for my son. And, unfortunately, even though you defeated him, even though he was in a lesser capacity, whatever he wants, I will make sure he's going to get it. So, this is your one and only warning from me. Be prepared to fight him at his full capacity later in your adventures. I will be keeping an eye on you. And if you try to take me, know that I am far more powerful than he is. And finally, tell Opal I look forward to seeing her again soon.
What's your name?
Wait,
though?
what is your name?
Tell her I'm from Barovia. She will tell you the rest. And she starts to float off slowly.
I'm gonna yell out. I see where your son gets his looks from.
She turns around and holds a finger out towards you. I need a
Oh.
wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, dang.
She just
Okay.
fucking dies.
I
Man,
didn't say
like, careful because some of these people have spells that are.
My bad. Constitution saving throw.
Constitution. Okay.
I forgot to put her shit to whisper.
I was literally gonna say I didn't have it on. I was gonna say some people have spells called Finger of Death or Death Ray that kill you right now, and then you just
No.
throw out death.
Well, I
And-
didn't insult her. I like.
You're fucking dead.
You
Vicavor's-
did insult her.
I that was not okay. So that's like key here. Is it's not an actual insult because I could be saying she looks good and her son looks good. That's all I said.
Well, that's definitely not how she took it.
All right,
Just
how
hold
about
my
this?
Rubbing my ribs.
Dude, you're
Before
fucking
she casts the spell, roll me either a deception check or a persuasion check. Deception if
Ooh.
you are trying to insult her. Persuasion if you're trying to make her feel good about herself.
Okay,
I'll give you this mercy.
You
I
better
know what
roll
I-
You better roll
I-
deception.
I know I should. So this deception if I am in, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
I'm using her passive insight, and she looks at you, and as she's about to cast her spell, she stops. Thank you. You will probably see more of me,
See, it was
and
all
you can
good,
admire
guys.
me from afar.
See, now she likes us.
Dude. Never say Brady's not a nice DM because
Well,
you just died. You just died right there.
but okay. To be fair, I was.
There
I
is no
was-
fairness. You have to
There's no
learn like
fairness
Dallas
there.
has to learn.
I was
If
gonna
you
say,
talk
you're
shit
getting
to
a
the
Dallas
wrong
treatment.
people, you will die.
But I
You
was
were
saying-
100% calling her. Don't even.
No, I was.
Exactly.
I was.
Especially you just exactly.
I was 100%.
At first, I
calling
didn't
her,
give you a
like,
roll
ugly.
for it, but then I decided to go ahead and give you a roll for it. So you're lucky.
Yeah, but
After
but I
you rolled a
was.
71 necrotic death, because that's outright. You're done.
But I was
Martin's
saying
over
that
here
like,
watching, and he's like, Dallas just talks shit to everybody. It's not even the wrong people. It's just literally everybody. And he's right. Dallas gets you guys, or gets the other party in a lot of trouble because he is hard-headed. But now you know.
Yeah. True.
Yikes, dude. This is why you always have a backup character.
Facts.
You never know when I'm gonna finger a death yet.
Yo, if you failed that save, you die even with don't you? And everybody
yeah,
in this
the
party,
moment you drop to
everybody in this party has left less than that.
Yeah, 'cause the way Finger of Death works, and technically as players or characters you wouldn't know this, but if a humanoid killed by this spell rises as a zombie, and if it's enough to drop you to 0, yeah, it's death.
Yeah, so
that
be
was just
aware
my
of
thing.
some of those spells
Good
as a
God.
warlock. You can oopsie daisies on certain people and like power word kill, and you just die if you have less than 100 health.
Oh wait, that's power word kill that does that. Finger of Death is just a bunch of damage, but it was enough to outright kill you, I think.
No,
Oh,
Finger of Death does kill you. You're right.
Okay.
I mean, I might be
There's so
wrong,
many
but
spells.
it's incineration, power word kill, Finger of Death, and then the Beholder's Death Ray or whatever.
Yeah, but just to clarify there too, as I was saying that the word could be interpreted both ways. Like obviously I meant to
Yes.
insult, but I wanted her to take
Exactly.
it as like, oh
That's why I
Bold.
gave you the deception roll to try to
Bold.
readjust. But yeah, gotta be careful.
Yeah.
You don't know who these people are.
Yeah. But
Anyway.
it was worth the gamble. She liked us in the end.
Strahd's
bit.
mom.
Yo, if we can get on her good side.
I'd fuck her. I'd fuck her daylights out.
Okay, I think it's time we start moving along here.
All right.
You're still delusional.
From the
a little bit.
south,
Uh.
you guys hear a voice call out. There you all are. But this is a voice that you all know.
Yay, it's Opal.
I got your
my
message,
love.
Quinn.
My love.
Where is Quinn?
He's over there with an owl.
Oh. That's... Judging by the smell, that's probably not a good thing. Well, I didn't know if the owl would be able to send my message all the way, as I hadn't gotten the confirmation back. So I decided to go ahead and set out, and luckily I did. It looks as if you have no idea what you're doing here.
You just look at me and I'm just a dog.
Doing the hands on the keyboard. I have no idea what I'm doing.
I'm like
just looking.
poking the portal with my rapier.
I'm just looking
Don't
at
touch it unless you want to go back.
No.
We know exactly how we can go to Barovia, but on the other side, it could be completely different. Depending on where the portal's location is, it might be easily accessible to you, or it might be downright impossible. Regardless, I should have assumed that you had no idea what you were doing with the portal, but because of how confident you were when you said, let's go shut the portal, I didn't bother to assist you any further.
Yeah, I kind of thought of that on the way. Oops. I'm glad
Well,
you came.
luckily this can be solved, but I'll need your help. You there, Vikavor?
Yes.
She starts to reach in her pocket and she pulls out a piece of chalk. I'm going to show you the runes necessary to close this portal. You'll start at that end, and she points towards like the north portion of it. I'll start at this end, and we'll work in tandem together. Once the runes are completed, I will have you assist me, as well as Quinn, in a chant to sever the portal's connection between the two planes.
As you are
While this
saying
is
that,
happening... Oh, go ahead.
I walk off. As you're saying that, I walk off and I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna rest right here. And I like sit down and lay back and look up in the sky.
Perfect. Anyway, she starts to show you the runes that she wants you to inscribe around on the ground there. Go ahead and make me an Arcana check with advantage to see how well you do at transcribing these runes.
Who does it?
Vikavor. It only takes you guys about 5 minutes or so of her teaching you what these runes look like, and for you to both inscribe them to where they're almost perfect. She does look over your work just to make sure, and she does fix a couple of smudges and mistakes that you made, but otherwise you did fairly well. All right.
Yeah.
This next part will be a little tougher. Quinn, I'm going to have you and Vikavor all essentially chant after me. This language will be quite foreign to both of you, but if you just listen to the syllables and press on, try not to think about it too hard. It shouldn't be impossible. It may take us a few times. While we're doing this, if the rest of you could make sure that anything that tries to come out of the portal as we close it, shove it back in there, would you?
You know me, the best shover in town.
Perfect. Form a triangle, if you would. I'll take the top portion, if you two could grab the bottom, the base, rather. Saberwolf, I understand that you're hurt, but if you're able to muster it...
Yep. Here I come. I sit up and walk towards everybody.
Okay. All right, you two, repeat after me. Both of you roll Arcana checks. Vikavor and Quinn. Okay. She starts to chant. She starts to wave her hands a little bit, and you guys just kind of look at her and mimic. And she notices that you're stumbling and slurring some of your words, and she kind of opens an eye and stops for a second. Let me be clear. The moment that we start this chanting, other creatures, not just from Barovia, but from other planes of existence, will hear our chanting as we try to close it. If we screw this up, we could either make the portal permanent, we could make the portal bigger, Or we could possibly accidentally summon some terrible creature. Your concentration is of the utmost importance. Now let us begin one more time. Now you know a few of the words. Hopefully, we get this right. Go ahead and roll Arcana again at advantage. All right, 21 and a 14. Okay, so she starts to chant again, and you guys start to chant. This time, you're more in sync with her, especially Vikavor. He seems to have a natural tendency to this sort of thing, whereas Quinn is more on the nature side. He's not used to using the arcane, so he's struggling a little bit. But eventually, you do pick it up. The chanting goes on for about 5 minutes, and as it does, while Quinn, Vikavor, and Opal are technically unconscious during this, Saberwolf, Snoopy, and Balrin, I will have all of you do an athletics check as creatures do start to try to force their way through this portal.
Can I do an acrobatics?
No, you are shoving.
Rats. Okay.
Okay. So as a minute goes by, the first creature that tries to pull itself out of the portal here, it looks like it's made entirely of bone. As this sort of
Jesus.
bone devil starts to try to get out, but because of it being kind of trapped in this portal, all three of you are able to shove it back into the portal. Another minute goes by, and another creature tries to come out. This one almost cloaked in complete shadow. Go ahead and all of you roll athletics again. Okay. So this time, this darkness with all these tendrils coming out of it tries to come out. And as you start to push it, you feel this really slimy, viscous liquid coat your hand, and it's kind of really gross. And as the hooded figure looks up at you, you just see a smile. But then you push it back into the portal.
I knew you were going to do that.
Go ahead and all of you, one more athletics check.
Yikes.
This final creature that tries to come out, as it starts to come out, you start to shove it in, but the moment you make contact with it, your hand moves right through it as if it's an illusion. And there's like 4 or 5 of these things that start popping out, and they start running all around. Oh, where'd his token go? Shit. I don't have a token for the actual creature, but I'll use this old woman in its place for now.
You know what? I'm a little nervous that that's actually the creature.
So 5 of these things pop out. Opal, Vikavor, and Quinn do not notice this because they are in the middle of the final portions of the chant. So I'll allow each of you to pick one of them. Martin, pick a number 1 through 5, please. Type it into Discord if you would. Send it to me in a private chat. He is going to pick the correct one. So starting from this one is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, and this is 5. Snoopy, which one do you try to pursue?
The one right here.
Okay, so number 4, Saberwolf. That one. So number 2.
Ooh, can I unleash Goopy?
Sure.
Goopy will go after this one.
Okay. Then I'll just say that Balrin will go after the one that's right next to him, number 3. So as you guys grab all of them, Saberwolf, you actually grab something and you pick it up. And as you do, it starts to shake, and it's like, let me down, I'm finally free. What do you do with this creature?
I hurry up and attempt to toss it right back into the board.
Okay, easy enough. It's not a strong creature by any means in the physical sense. Obviously, you can tell that it had some really strong magic, and you throw it back into the portal. And at the moment you throw it back in, Opal starts to chant a little louder. Quinn and Vikavor almost at the same time do the exact same thing, and you hear this crescendo. And as it comes to a close, you finally see the portal starting to shrink. Then it shrinks some more. Then finally, it disappears. Well, that went a lot better than I was actually expecting. I feared that something would make its way out of here, but it's a good thing that all 3 of you were on par with shoving things back into the portal where they came from.
That first thing was pretty scary. It's a good thing we were able to push it back in.
Yeah.
Describe to me what it was. I was unable to see.
It looked like a devil made out of bones. I wonder what it's
Ooh.
called.
Well, if it was a devil, and it was made of bones, I'll tell you that it was most likely what we call a bone devil. Yes, very unoriginal, but they are quite a terrifying creature to face in combat, even alone.
Yeah.
What was the second creature? Describe it.
It was gooey. Had a black robe covering his face and smile. It had tendrils, like tentacles, seeping out of it. It's kinda gross.
Gross and alarming. I didn't think that those creatures existed anymore.
What exactly are you talking about?
Well, I've heard stories of some sort of creature that follows a high lord of the multiverse, I guess you would say. It's essentially think of the pantheon, gods and devils, demons. This creature is a step above. They call him the King in Yellow. And he has these servants that resemble him, except for their black, a deep black, and all that they have is that wicked smile as they seemingly allow you to destroy them in order to figure out what you're capable of. It's almost as if you're feeding them information without knowing it. They use this to probe the unaware, to find out who would be an appropriate vessel for their king. Very, very wicked creature. If they were to succeed, I don't believe that the demon lords would be at all a concern. Not even a thorn in our side compared to that. But luckily, that portal is closed now. Was there a final thing?
Yeah,
there
some
was. There's like this-
small creature.
Yeah.
I ended up grabbing him. He said something about, oh, let me go, I'm finally free. Then I just tossed him right back in.
He made like 5 of him.
An illusionist of sorts. That could have been its own tragedy, I guess, but, well, luckily I don't think we'll have to worry about it. Regardless, she looks up at Vikavor and Quinn. Good job to both of you. I can't say that I've been proud a lot in my life, but you two have definitely shown me that perhaps maybe there is hope for the world if there are folks like you all. You too, Saberwolf, Snoopy, and Balrin. To defeat this Strahd character is no small feat. Do you want to know the bad news, though?
Hmm?
Did you just say I was a good boy?
Yes, you are a very good boy.
Yes. That's 2 already.
The
What is
bad
this?
news is the Strahd that you fought was nothing more than an avatar of himself. He was not fully tethered to the material plane. He was still lacking some of his power. Let us hope that he doesn't somehow find a way to leave his prison, otherwise we might be in even more trouble if he is able to completely come and cross over. But this portal, as long as your teacher, Taimar, doesn't try to pull any stunts like that again, we should be fine.
You know what? I don't know about that, my sweet opal friend.
And why do you say that? I'm
One
concerned.
of one of your sisters was just here. And she is from Barovia.
By Saga?
She didn't give us a name. She said you'd know what that means.
Yes.
So probably.
Oh dear. Well, things just got worse than I thought. I have more bad news.
Good news
My
is you're stronger
sister,
than her, right?
on the contrary,
Rats.
I am but a. I have given up much of my power to be able to essentially take place in civilization, so to speak. I uh, there's something that you give up when you put evil aside and only do good. Something you lose with your power as a creature like myself. And she kind of looks at her hands, almost in a way that she kind of doesn't really regret her decision, but it's definitely made things in her life a lot harder because of the decisions that she's made. Baba Lasaiga, or Lasaga, is in fact one of my sisters, but she is revered as a grandmother between hags. And grandmothers, there's only 7 of them. Her being one of them, I believe, is the 3rd strongest. Right behind
How
Innis Craft, and right behind Mad Maggie. At least on the material plane, I should say. There are many hags in the Feywild, and some of them in the lower planes, but here there are 7 that command certain reaches of the material plane. I am not a grandmother, though. Their power, even alone without their coven, is far greater than anything that I could muster even with a coven.
This can't be good.
Upon
I
hearing,
tell you, it is not. It's actually probably worse than the Demon Lords. Well, maybe not. I think the Demon Lords could probably destroy Barovia with, even with Strahd at his full strength, but the fact that Baba Lasaiga is here now means that the grandmothers will more than likely come together, and they will more than likely come to some sort of conclusion as to what move they should make together. And I'll tell you, when hags come together, without the intentions of killing one another, nothing good ever comes of it.
well then. And I'm sitting there clenching my fist, visibly snarling, getting a little more angry at the thought of us not actually killing Strahd. What's next then?
Well, I'd say the easy part is done, the portal is closed. But to go after Lasaiga as you currently are would be Complete suicide. I'll be blunt. If you were to find her, that in itself would be an issue, as a grandmother has many, many, many spells at her disposal, things that I don't even think I would be capable of. I would more than likely just be on the lookout, try to see if you can find any whiff of where the grandmothers might be meeting. This is the perfect sort of location to interact with creatures of the Fae, as they are closely tied. But another thing you could do, being that Innis Craft is one of these grandmothers, and she is open, and we know her current position, you could possibly go and speak with her on the matter. Although, I don't honestly think that she would give up the other grandmothers. They have a strict code of silence between their doings and those that do not need to worry about it. But it'd be a start, I guess.
Maybe I could
She-
woo her.
She made it sound like Strahd was her son.
Although it isn't impossible, I do believe it to be unlikely. That is not typically how hags procreate. I've not heard of but maybe a handful of hags that have given birth to a son. So there might be some truth to it, which would also explain, opposed to the vampirism, would explain some of his strength. Natural strength, anyway.
So, question. So, if it's not, I guess, true that that's her son, then how else would? Do you think she's like maybe controlling him in some way?
Perhaps, or maybe she lost something while in Barovia and somehow fixated to Strahd and thinking that he would be able to fill that void. Or maybe he is her actual son and she's been strengthening him his whole life. Which I don't know if you know this, but vampires are typically immortal. They don't just die. It's very hard to kill them. So he could have been alive for thousands of years already. So let that seep in as to how old Baba Lysaga is. All those years of knowledge is not going to be an easy task, I tell you now.
Right then.
Alright, so could she? No, that doesn't make any sense.
Could she
No,
what?
but can vampires be born? Like,
Not in the sense that you're thinking, but kind of. From what I've heard is that when a male and female vampire birth a child, typically it's part of their ritual to bite the child to create a vampire out of their newborn. They don't typically come out with the curse of vampirism, for it is exactly that, a curse. It is not a creature that was born into this world as such.
So could you like cast remove curse on one of them?
If it was that simple, do you think that there would be vampires anymore?
Well, you never know. Somebody may not have thought of something being so simple.
Touché. I will give you that one. What a smart boy you are. She reaches in her pocket and has this little biscuit and tosses it to you.
I'll try and jump and catch it.
Performance.
Performance?
Yes.
Where are you? Nice.
It's a little sloppy because you haven't gotten a treat from anybody in your party in a long time, if ever. But
well, I gave you a good
Good berry, but you just gave it to him. You didn't give it to him like a treat. Come on now, he's a dog.
Yeah, I just don't think he was deserving of it yet. So
Roasted.
Mimic has finger of
Anyway,
death.
I love that spell. Anyway, well, as your, I guess, ally in this whole thing now, there's a few options that we have. Granted, going after Lasaga currently would not yield results, I believe. No. And I don't believe that what she plans is going to be any sort. It's not going to be able to be done anytime soon. If anything, we at least have a couple of months, at least. I would assume she has been in Barovia for as long as I can remember, which means that she needs to regain allies on the material plane. But there is still the problems of Titania. We could use your help in. And there's also, if you wanted to try to strike a bargain with Innis Craft, who outranks Lasaga in the Circle of Seven. Or, well, the true name is the Dreadful Seven. If somehow you're able to out-manipulate Innis Craft, that could be quite the notion. Put a huge damper on Lasaga. But I don't honestly see any way for that to happen as you are now.
And I sit down on the ground Indian style. Okay, so let's count on three fingers. 1, we got Titania looking for a golem. 2, we've got a demon lord. And 3, we have a vengeful sibling that's probably willing to end the world. Where to start?
Exactly. Master never said anything about this. Quinn starts to hold his head like has a headache.
Well, as much as I assume your master to be a quite accomplished druid, even those that have lived longer than he has probably wouldn't be able to see things like this coming. Whatever it is that you all did to upset Strahd, obviously his distress went on to Lasaga, and now she's taking this personally herself. Which, the thing is, if she wanted to kill you, she would have done it already. Guaranteed. She definitely wants to make you suffer. Which is another reason why I believe that whatever her plot is, it will take months to unfold. And even then, it might take longer still, depending on what you all have accomplished in between now and then. So take it with a grain of salt. You have time to prepare to get stronger. I recommend that you use it.
You have a point there, Opal. That's why I love you so much.
Yes,
But we do need to...
Let's get down to business to
Yes.
defeat the
Something.
hags.
We'll defeat something in general. We've got a lot to do. Where to start?
Say, Opal, what do you think the chances of the hags assisting in the Demon Lord problem versus making it worse?
I do not believe that they would assist, per se. They might, but they're definitely not trying to stop it. I don't believe that you would be able to turn them to stop it. The Demon Lords bring a great source of wealth into their lives with what they do.
Well, that's good to know, I guess. Never mind.
I'm sure perhaps, maybe there's a way, though. If you're able to take on a Demon Lord yourself, which that would be quite the feat, and you could prove this to one of the grandmothers, then maybe they could see some way of dealing with you and capturing the essence of the demon lord for themselves. You see, the thing about hags is they're strong enough to where they could wipe out the world if they really put their minds to it, but they want so much more beyond just death. Want the misery and suffering that comes with it, and how can you watch someone suffer if they die? No, no, no. The demon lords bring that suffering, which fuels these hags and makes them even stronger. Which I guess is another part of the conundrum that we find ourselves in.
That is quite some passion that they have.
Yes, my sisters are a dreadful bunch of folk. But even though they are typically all evil, there are some of them that give off the essence of good. Not like cloud hags like myself, but there are some that have I guess they've seen it all and they no longer get that surge of passion when they see these things. So now they just kind of go about their days learning and brewing potions, things like that.
Fair enough. Wait, what question? What would be the odds of me possibly wooing them into not ending the world?
You said wooing them?
Wooing. Yeah, that's the word. Not from here.
I will go ahead and just make this as simple as possible. That no one, rather, no hag is going to be interested in courting anybody, regardless of how good they look, or bad they look, or strong they are.
Well, I tried.
Do you know how a hag reproduces?
Uh, not aware.
I do not wish to dampen your spirits now, for you have achieved a small victory today, but before you leave the Twisted Wood, I will tell you the tragic tale of how hags come to be. Well, if you have more questions, do ask. And she starts to wave her hands, and you see the grass, almost like how sod looks. It starts to cut itself and make itself into like these tiny magic carpets. Uh, Everyone hop on. I'll get us back to Lithrius so that you all can rest in peace. Not in that manner, but you understand my meaning.
I have a question, Miss Opal.
Yes, Quinn.
Just out of curiosity, that that owl, the messenger, has been pretty dinged up.
Oh.
Not sure the owl. Show Opal the owl.
He comes up. Oh, you poor thing. How about this? Let us gather the little chicklets, and we'll bring them back to my shop, and I will nurse it back to health and rehome it soon.
I can handle that. Show me where it is again, Quinn.
You, you sure you want to do that?
I'm the only one who could possibly climb up there with ease. Yeah, sure.
All right. I'll show him where
Okay.
the owls are.
Saberwolf follows you, and as you get to the tree, you can see the nest that's inside of the tree itself, like inside of a large hole, about midway up the tree. Saberwolf, easy for you to climb because I believe you have a climb speed, right?
Climb speed. Where would I see that?
Maybe you don't, but I'll give it to you as difficult terrain because I'm pretty sure with your claws and stuff it would give you,
Right.
Or I'm thinking of Tabaxi. My bad. Anyway, Saberwolf starts to climb up the tree. As you get up there, you can see these seven, I believe it was 7 little chicklets, or was it 6? Do you remember, Gerald?
I believe it was 6.
6 little chicklet owls, all sitting there, and they're kind of looking at you. All 6 of them, their heads start to bob in a circle as they're trying to see what the hell you're doing over here.
Oh yeah, that's so
You know,
cute when they do that.
they'll let it. Do you guys know why owls actually do that? Because I do.
I think it's to judge distances.
Exactly. Yeah, they don't have natural peripheral vision, or their eyes can't adjust like ours do, so they have to do that thing to figure out how far away something is. But
It's called motion parallax. Yes.
ooh, what a smart motherfucker! Who
Squirrels
Googled
do
it.
the same thing when they're about to jump. Sensation perception.
Okay.
In college, it's no big deal.
Exactly. Anyone that watches this stream is now a little more knowledgeable thanks to D&D. Anyway,
PBS
roll me an animal handling check. You can do it with advantage.
This is exactly why I was like, "Oh man, you sure?"
You're cum in my mouth.
As Saberwolf with these little owl chicklets, as he reaches out a hand, they all kind of like back up, and they don't look like they willingly want to go with you. How do you proceed?
I talk down to Quinn real quick. Hey, you think I can lift you up here and you grab him yourself? I don't think they like it.
One of them pops out real quick while you're looking down, and as your hand is still there, it pecks at one of your little blisters, and it pops, and you're like, ah! And it moves back.
And I take my hand away from the hole real quick and like climb down just a smidge. Quinn, you want me to lift you up here? Just grab my hand.
Okay.
And I reach down and grab Quinn's wrist and lift him up towards the hole.
Right, so Quinn's still holding the mother owl, grabs on, and you're able to lift him up and sort of seat him on your shoulder, and I'll say you're able to climb him up there to where Quinn can now see all the little owl chicklets. How does Quinn try to do this?
I'm gonna use speech of the wood and talk to the mother owl, and just let her know that hey, we're trying to help. Opal's gonna take care of you guys, since we got you in this mess in the first place.
The owl starts to sort of speak in a very broken sort of way for you to understand, and essentially she says thank you, and she says she starts hooting to her little chicklets, and all of them kind of like they look and they do their bobbing action thing, and then they all start to like do their little jump, and they jump all close to you, and as they see the mother owl, they all jump into your arms and start to like sort of snuggle with their mother, like they're trying to help. You can't understand them. They're not capable of speech patterns yet. It's mostly just random banter, like a normal baby. But they definitely, you can feel the sense of sadness in their mother's current conditions. But you are able to successfully get all the chicklets.
Okay, buddy, I think we're good.
All right, and I start climbing down slowly and steady.
Okay. Get down. You guys head back over. Opal is currently sitting on a patch of grass that is like waving exactly like a magic carpet would. Everybody else is more than likely doing the same thing. Balron is for sure because I control him right now. Well, good on you. Are we ready to go?
I believe so.
I can show you the world. Yes, let's go.
Get out of here.
I jump on and switch to. I revert back down to human form real quick and then sit Indian style.
Okay. Then you guys start to move on, floating through the forest at a pretty brisk speed. Opal, you can tell, is obviously pretty powerful, especially when it comes to nature and stuff like that. And it only takes you guys maybe 30 minutes to an hour to get back to Lothrius doing this. So that's where we're going to end tonight's session. If you guys, over the course of the week, have anything that you want to discuss with Opal, I will give you the opportunity to post it into the Discord D&D Talk too. That way everybody can see what it is, and I'll have an easier record of it as opposed to Facebook.
Word.
I'm going to go ahead and end my stream, and I'll be right back. All right, hopefully everyone enjoyed themselves. That was quite fun. They were able to defeat Strahd. I did tinker him down just a wee bit because I felt the fact that he's not normally able to leave Barovia like at all. Like that is his prison. I didn't want him to just all of a sudden like, hey, I'm here in the material plane, or what's up, guys? So I made him a little bit weaker. Some of their like silvered weapons don't actually work against the vampire. So they didn't really have anything except for their spells that would actually hurt him. So I took away some of his resistances and immunities and stuff like that, lowered his health a little bit. And yeah, it was still fun though. They definitely did a lot better than I expected. I thought I would have to bust out Opal maybe, but that's just because of the level gap between where they're at and where you typically are when you finish Curse of Strahd. Like there's just such a big gap between that fight and the fight that they're doing now. So I'm proud of them. They're doing a lot of great things. So yeah, thanks everybody, and until we see you next time, peace.